Mark, you can't prove it's mine, okay? You need to get a court order and then you have to pay for it. It's not even a question, okay? We don't even know if it's mine. Your balls are white. That's pretty cool. So wait, is that... So 9 months, there we go. And FM Boss, remember, it's a foot appreciation. But welcome in, everybody. Make sure you redeem that code for, what is it, the Samurott one? Clam Burglar.
32 months is quite a feat. Trusty 34 toast 4th bros. Trusty 34 toast 4th bros. Trusty 34 toast 4th bros. Trusty 34 toast 4th bros.
Okay, thank you, Clam Burglar. I should really like mute the emotes or something. But apparently you skipped a month. You resubscribed for 31 months at tier 1. You've been subscribed for 32. So you had a break at some point in there. And never gonna let me down. Thank you for the gifted sub. Yeah, Burger forever. Save yourself while you still can. There's still a chance. You are absolutely a simp. Baby came out feet first. Hey, no. Just that could happen with anybody. All right, so yeah, we're just playing Jellicent today. I am not excited about this. I tested this off stream. It is not fun. When it works, it's not fun. When it doesn't work, it's not fun. I think the last 4 times I put Jellicent in the active, my opponent had boss's orders, which was like, seriously? Seriously? 4 bosses in a row against different opponents. They just always had bosses. So yeah, we're just going to play Jellicent Guardy. There's nothing special about it. And yeah, we have to, I know, right? I have to play Gardevoir. Oh, I'm not excited about that. No, like I played multiple different opponents. Like the last 4 times I put a Jellicent in the active against multiple different opponents, they always had bosses. Yeah, exactly. And strategic, they introduced that in November? I believe it was November. This entire stream is going to be 1 game. Hey, they shortened the... oh, God. They shortened the timer by 5 minutes. It won't be an hour. Okay, am I going first or second? They decided to go first. Oh, let's see. Let's see if we can trick them here. Do you think they're playing a donk deck? They decided to go first. If they're playing, oh, I hope they were playing a donk deck. And Sonny, thank you for giving me money for very little in return. And yeah, when I play against Jellicent, it's terrible. But it's a terrible card. Yeah, I have no excitement for this. My excitement level for this card is non-existent. How does Charizard mulligan 4 times? Exactly. And Sonny, a turtle tank? What is that? Is that like the Canadian version of Shark Tank? It's actually called Dragon's Den, but thanks for trying. And should I make the chat box background, the thing in the back, should I make that a little bit darker? Because again, with the new game board, it's a little tougher to see the text. So let me know, because I know that white on white text, a white text on a white background is not good. You know, it's crazy to think that a white text on a white background is a bad idea, but you know, I discovered that. What the hell is this hand? All right, well, seriously, what the hell is this hand? I mean, I guess I just research. We just research and call it a day. And I go get rid of these guys. We go get a Munkidori. And then I guess I just attach to the Munkidori. We go... yeah, I guess I just this is... what the hell was this hand? What the hell is this hand? You know, I play against Gardevoir, get absolutely bodied... and then I play Gardevoir. Oh yeah, you research into a hand of 5 Psychic and an Iono. Shark Tank. Oh, Shark Tank is much better. What's different between Shark Tank and Dragon's Den is that in Dragon's Den, every dragon gets an opportunity to say like, I'm going to give you this. And they're all polite. And it's like, okay, well, I'll do this one. And then I'll do this. And then you have to wait for each dragon. You know, Shark Tank, it's like, you have 5 seconds to take this deal or else I'll end your entire family. Yeah, we definitely lost this one. I could have, you know, not lost the game. That would have been pretty fun. So it should be perfect for me then, FM Boss, is what you're saying. So it should have been my perfect deck. That's what you're telling me. And my entire deck is pretty much weak to dark, because Jellicent's weak to dark. And wait, did they just put a Pidgey in the active? Okay. Was not expecting all of this. That's cool. Oh, yeah. What a great hand. Oh, geez. Yep. I guess we just go Night Stretcher for Jellicent. And then attach to you. Let's attach to the Klefki. You forgot Call for Family, got 2 basics? Okay, we have a Kirlia. I won't hate on that. The fact that we don't really have anything for next turn is kind of disappointing. Yeah, let's go get a Ralts. So this is not the best deck in the world. Right? I'm not the biggest fan of Jellicent. I don't think Jellicent should exist. I'm just playing the Gardevoir version and get it out of the way. But to talk about what happened this weekend, I gotta say, Black Bolt and White Flare, they are not fun. Like, I'm looking at all the cards in the set list, I'm looking at all the decks, and there's just no card or anything in the set that I can say, this is fun. Right? I can't just be like, oh yeah, this card is so much fun, I can't wait to play this, you know, I'm so excited. Like, you look at For the Win. For the Win did, what, Zekrom, and then Wug Trio, and then, like, Matang and something. Right? It's like, brand new set, and we're not even doing anything fun. We're just barely updating old decks. Like, Golden Go is probably the most improved deck besides Zekrom. And, like, that's it. So, what I kind of realized after almost dying this weekend is that, do I really want PDCGL? Like, if I die tonight, do I want the last video game I play to be PDCGL? Right? That doesn't excite me. Right? This is not Excite Bike. It does not excite me. Okay, those are all cards that exist. So it's just, I'm not really excited about that, and I really don't want to keep playing this. So it might just be a case of trust your pilot just plays with his balls all day or something. All right, so let's go Fezandipiti because we need something here. Otherwise, we just kind of lose the game. Okay, that's fine. We're still going to need some things, though. All right, I guess we get Darkness, and we attach to the Munkidori. All right, so how do we win? It was probably has to be De-Evolution, though, right? I think De-Evolution's like the only shot we got, and we lose. So fun. We lose the game. There's another one, or it depends. Yeah, there's another one. So there are 2. But that was fun. So, yeah, it's just, I might not stream until Mega Evolution. I might take a break. I don't know. There's things that are up in the air. But I'm looking at things like Mega Evolution, and Mega Evolution, it really seems... Oh, did I prize both Gardevoir? Did I? I wasn't even looking, Ryuigi. Let's find out together. Yeah, I guess we'll send up the Ralts. No, they're both in there. How dare you lie to me? How dare you get me excited? All right, let's go. Flip the script. There's a Guardy. That's pretty good. All right, so we evolve into Gardevoir. I have to... I guess just, yeah, get all the Psychic Energy in the discard pile. And go for... Oh, yeah, we got rid of that Kirlia. All right, so we'll get another Gardevoir. And then I should... Let's just put it all on the Stream Tail. Oh, God, this is going to take forever, isn't it? But like, I looked at Mega Evolution, and it really seems like they're trying to make up for the fact that they made the cards previously too powerful. I guess we should put 1 on the active, right? Because, like, you look at Mega Kangaskhan, that's arguably worse than regular Kangaskhan. Actually, I should yeah, we'll just retreat. And then we do... I guess I attach one to you. Why is the game lagging so much? I don't know. This is really weird. And then we're just going to Adrenabrain. Again, I think De-Evolution is our win con here. I don't know why the game is lagging so much, but let's just go Adrenabrain. I have concepts of a plan right now. They're not very good, but this is not your stream. This is PDCGL having a conniption. Do not adjust your stream. Yeah, but it really seems like they're trying to create a format in about 2 years that's much slower and not as crazy. But the problem is the format that they're trying to create is 2 years from now, and the format we were in is going to be here for 2 years. So, like, we're stuck with Raging Bolt, and I didn't realize, because I checked Raging Bolt's legality, I forgot to check Professor Sada's legality. So Professor Sada does rotate in March. So Raging Bolt will get less better come March. Like, it'll still have Crispin, but you're probably not going to play it too much, like maybe Iono's Belly Bolt or something. But Raging Bolt's still going to be good until March, and it's going to be better than every Mega Evolution that we've seen so far. Oh, they are just going to lose now. They're getting too greedy. But yeah, the Mega Evolutions are not looking too great. Mega Kangaskhan, absolutely a support Pokemon. Just drawing you 2 cards every turn is kind of nuts. And you just put it in a 2-prize deck with no single prizers, and it's great. And FM Boss, yeah, in March, Raging Bolt loses Professor Sada. So if Roaring Moon gets a little bit more support, it'll be a lot better. Okay, this is fine. But yeah, Raging Bolt, insane card. The Mega's very disappointing. Raging Bolt's going to be crazy. Yeah, Golden Go gets better. It's just, it really feels like they're trying to create a Mega Evolution format in 2 years, but when that arrives, we're going to be in a completely different format. So it's just, it's weird. We're just in this really weird situation. All right, well, I guess we just try to, I mean, we have 12 cards left. We're drawing 4. We're going to get the De-Evolution. Okay, that's unfortunate. All right, let's go Munkidori. And then instant Iono, because now we're guaranteed to get the De-Evolution. The problem is... Oh, no, I can knock out the Pidgeotto. Oh, never mind. I don't need to. So, yes, I think we still knock out the Pidgeot or the Pidgeotto. So we knock out the Charmander. They're going to have a Charmander. They still have Fezandipiti, which is a little disappointing. But let's go De-Evolution on you. We're just going to have to load. We have to drop a huge load on the Gardevoir right now. That's going to be interesting. All right, so we just have to put I think all the energy. Hang on, 60, 80, 100. No, we have to put almost all of it. Because I can't leave them in a situation where they can just re-evolve into Pidgeot, because then we're absolutely screwed. And Pidgeot only has 80 hit points, so that's pretty goated. That's actually super duper goated. And we just go Adrenabrain, put it all on the Pidgeot. They're going to be able to draw cards with Fezandipiti. We just have to basically hope that they can't find a rare candy. They're down 2. They're going to be drawing a few cards, but we just have to hope. And I probably shouldn't use Fezandipiti, but we do have a Super Rod. We'll be fine. Could we KO both Charmanders? Well, the problem is that they have a Ho-Oh. So if I leave the Pidgeot, they can just go boss game. So the issue with that is that they would just go boss game, and that would be very bad for us. All right, so we go De-Evolution, take a double KO. Yeah, like I was thinking maybe we go for double Charmander, but it's the fact that they have 4 energy on the Ho-Oh, and I don't want them to just go Pidgeot for boss, or do any other crazy shenanigans, like maybe they have something. But have you noticed how Jellicent didn't do anything? Though if I had gone second and things hadn't sucked a butt, we would have been able to use Jellicent, item lock them, then we go Oceanic Curse, and it would have been pretty good. So yeah, just it's probably gonna be like, yeah, maybe a 2-month break just until Mega Evolution. I'll still do like my weekly card preview videos and stuff. But and Counter Catcher, well, Problem Child, I was thinking about that too. But I want my Gardevoir to get beaten off a little bit. It's always fun when you can get beaten off a little bit, but of course they just have it all like that. But all the energy is probably accounted for. So they probably can't oh no, they got a Charmander on the bench. So yeah, we want them to beat us off a little bit. Does Night Stretcher rotate? No, Night Stretcher was Shrouded Fable. So it's every card with a G on it. If it has a G in the bottom left, it's rotating. So that's from the first year of Scarlet and Violet. I just forgot that Professor Sada was, what, Temporal Forces? And that was the last, or Paradox Rift. And that was the first year. And then they gave us Raging Bolt like right after. So yeah, we'll see what happens, right? It's all up in the air. Just I probably need to take a break from streaming. I can still do some YouTube videos. But yeah, it's rough out here. You know, my zest for playing a terrible game that the Pokemon Company doesn't care about is definitely decreased. And if you didn't check the tweet that I sent out just before going live, they did not ban Archeops, and they got the freaking bosses anyways. But instead of fixing or banning Archeops, they just said, "Oh yeah, we know it's an exploit. Maybe we'll get to it in the future." All right, well, there's a good news, bad news about this. I have to knock out the Charmeleon. Actually, we can take a double KO this turn, right? If I just go Super Rod, the Munkidori, the Cleffa, and probably the Streamtail. So we put those guys back in. Artazon. Actually, let's flip the script in case we get maybe an Iono. There's no Iono. All right. There's no Iono in team. All right, here we go. Let's get the Darkness Energy. I think I have an idea what I'm doing. And then I can't use Research. What do I have left in my deck? Oh, I didn't get the Guardy. That's not good. So I believe we just kind of lose now. I mean, I guess I just have to do that and hope and be like, yeah, Miracle Force, see what happens. FM Boss, no, I will not be co-streaming Worlds. And what do you mean, Silver? Terra Pokemons are the only one. Oh, we also prize Secret Box. Great. But yeah, so Archeops is just completely broken. They didn't ban it. They just said, oh yeah, we're aware that you can use it infinitely. So if Archeops is still broken on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever I stream after tomorrow, because tomorrow will be Reshiram, because Reshiram should be fixed. But when I stream after that, I will play Archeops, and we will exploit the issue that they don't consider an issue. Because if they considered it an issue, they would have banned it. And never gonna let me down. Yeah, maybe if I go radio silent for 2 months, they'll forget. Yeah, kind of like how Steven's Margos was perfectly fine. So yeah, I guess I'll just have to play Archeops if they don't fix it tomorrow, which is highly unlikely. And then we can just be like, this deck destroys Dragapult EX. Because I'll be able to take a Dragapult EX all the way down to a Dreepy, and you just basically have a 100% win rate against Dragapult. Because you can devolve all of their Dragapult. If they have 4 Dragapult in play, you can... If they have 4 Dragapult in play, you can take all 4 Dragapult down to a Dreepy with 1 Archeops. That is... How do they not consider that completely broken? All right, so we go into you. And it's only 4 hours. You know, they're only doing a 4-hour maintenance. We should be really proud of them for only giving us 4 hours of maintenance. Okay, we're going to have to bounce between the Guardy. And yeah, we have 3, so we should be okay. I can knock out the Charmander, and then that's probably game. You know, the only thing that can go wrong is if they trap somebody, which is probably what they're going to try and do. If I had to guess, they're going to try and trap somebody. Oh, they have the Reshiram with a ton of hit points on it. Or a ton of stuff on it. Okay, I see what you're doing over there. I see what you're planning. Okay, yeah, here we go. So they're basically just a Gust card away from winning. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize that the Reshiram had so much energy on it. I was just kind of going for my strategy here. Okay, so the deck has 2 counter catcher. Remember, we had to research away a counter catcher and a de-evolution turn 1 when the deck only has 2 of each. So that was bad. And I don't think I have to worry about Charizard unless they got Fennel. They got a freaking Fennel in this. This was targeted. PDCGL was targeting me today. You know, if we were playing football, there'd be a flag on the field for targeting. It's clear. Yeah, what the hell matchup is this? Okay, I mean, they're just waiting because they know that if I take a prize, we're screwed. And we're out of Iono. I thought the deck played like 4 Iono. Oh yeah, there's one in the prizes. Okay. I guess we just Miracle Force and just see how it goes. Don't I just win now? I only have 2 cards left in deck. And there's a research. I was hoping that'd be Iono. It was not. Targeting isn't a thing in football, isn't? Oh, American football. We got that American football. So why? I guess they top decked the Fire Energy because they had game with Reshiram, and I'm out of everything I need, and I bench locked myself because I thought I had a great strategy. I don't know why they're not winning. Okay, but I think you're out of energy. I'm pretty sure they're out of energy. There's no way they're going to have like 12 energy in the deck, right? They have 12 energy in the deck. They put 2 Reshiram, a Ho-Oh. They have at least 12 energy in the deck. Okay, because I was under the impression that their deck would not have 12 energy in it. Okay, bro, you can calm down. I was under the impression that they'd have about, 8 energy, not 12. That was my bad. Usually a Charizard deck with 12 energy wouldn't be this consistent. But then I have to remember that PDCGL hates me. All right, so let's play this Darty build that's not as crazy. It's not as dumb, I should say. All right, we got this. I don't plan on, I don't really plan on making videos on my streams. Like, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not going into it being like, oh yeah, we gotta make a video about this. Let's just think we're playing against Dragapult. Like, if I hit some really fun Jellicent games, but I'm not feeling it anymore. Right? I don't get excited. I can't get erect for PDCGL anymore. Right? The game is broken. The devs don't know what they're doing. We're just back where we've always been. The game's been in development for 5 years. They started development 5 years ago, and it feels like they don't know what they're doing. And Problem Child? A Ho-Ho Charizard? Maybe. And it's not that I'm burnt out. It's that the game is just bad. And again, when you almost die a bunch of times, your perspective on things changes a little bit. Okay, well, we have... Do I want to play with my Secret Box, or do I just want to go for Poffin? I think we just play with my Secret Box. Putting the Clefairy down was kind of a bad decision, if you ask me. maybe not the greatest decision putting that in the active, but it'll happen. Okay, let's get Frillish for next turn, and then let's attach, and then we just end turn and hope. And FM Boss, yeah, we got to sell that feet pick collection. There's some bangers in there. But, like, this is what happened before Black Gold and White, before, you know, all this happened anyways. I was like, I really don't care about Black Gold and White Flare. The sets are just terrible. There's, you know, the top 10 list was like 4 of them were reprints. And Ichigo, don't be gross. This is a family-friendly channel. Just because the jelly is used to create families doesn't mean you can be a gross person. And also, Jellicent has done nothing. Jellicent has been kind of useless. Do they seriously have the Rare Candy Guardy already? Oh my god. Okay. But they don't have a knockout on the Frillish. They can... Oh wait, they do have a knockout on the Frillish. I couldn't do math. So they're probably going to go for... I guess maybe they'll go for the Ralts instead of the Frillish. Oh, they did go for the Ralts. Okay, so we can do something. Yeah, the Goated Mirror. I mean, we can knock out their Screamtail if we want to. All right, sure. Let's do that. Let us go get... Oh, did we prize the Shaman? Oh, this game is great. This game is so awesome, isn't it? This game is just absolute insanity. We play a deck with Shaman. We're facing off against a Screamtail. Guess what's prized? You'll never guess which card is prized. Okay, so I think we go... Yeah, we'll just do... Actually, we'll wait on that. We'll go for the Poffin. And we go get Poffin, Ralts, Research. Why did I put the Braver Charm on the Ralts? I meant to put it on the Munkidori. Okay, we got the... Sure, let's just put the Jellicent in the active and just tell them to suck a butt. Let's just tell them to suck all the butts in the world. You want to suck a butt? Go for it. I will let you suck all the butts. And FM Boss? Exactly. Yeah, well, Grimmsnarl. But I guess you're thinking about Destined Rivals and Black Gold and White Flare. They haven't been that impactful. Like, I was thinking about Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Remember when I made a Team Rocket's Mewtwo deck on day one and I said it wasn't very good and then the video got tons of dislikes? And then you look at the format now and it's like, where's everybody who said that, oh, Team Rocket's Mewtwo is tier 1? You know, where's the crowd that said Team Rocket's Mewtwo was tier 1? It seems like they've disappeared a little bit. Seems like they're gone. And Mr. Krabs, what do you mean for simultaneous releases? Do you mean like Japan and English or what? Okay, so I'm gonna have to evolve. Yeah, but pilot, the supporters are so broken. Damn supporters do be broken, bro. Yeah, he's like, where's all those people who were like, oh, Pilot, I'm going to dislike your video because you said this deck that I like isn't very good. And it's like, because it's not very good. It's actually very bad. No, it's actually better for content creators because then I can do preview videos. Because with TCG Pocket, you find out most of the set when the set comes out. And that means I can't do weekly preview videos. And I won't be, you know, sucking toes if I take a break. I will be working on that project. The project that I talked about like 2 years ago that I've been wanting to do, of course, that I've been wanting to do that just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I will try to work on that. Then I'll be like, I'll schedule. So if I do end up dying, I'll schedule like 52 videos ahead of schedule. And then even if I'm gone, you'll still be able to fill your ear holes with virgin pilot videos. I'll take your virginity. And Oster damn straight. But I do it for fun. It's what else would you call it, right? It's just a series of videos. Series of videos, you know, that aren't gameplay or preview, just fun stuff that if it does well, I'll never have to play PTCGL again. If it does poorly, I will never not be able to play PTCGL again. Lena, because that might happen. So if I just disappear, remember, you can go to your subscriptions page on Twitch and like request a refund and just say like, I think it's the streamer doesn't stream as much. I think you can do something like that. Wait, do they just not attack? I mean, I think you attack, right? I think in that situation, you 100% attack. How the hell do I have zero? How do I have zero psychic energy in the discard pile? Okay, let's get rid of Arven because that's our least good card in the hand. Alrighty. And then play with our balls. Our balls of we go get Guardy. This might be our only Guardy for the entire game, so hopefully they don't knock it out. You know, it does have a Bravery Charm. I guess I should post on the subreddit. Why doesn't my Gardevoir get boosted hit points? What the heck? Okay, so 1, 2. And then is this a situation where I knock out the Flutter Mane? Because if I knock out the Frillish, they just do the thing. I think I do knock out the Flutter Mane, right? All right, so we go Adrenabrain. Let's put it on the good old Frillish. And then I think maybe we leave the bench spot open. But yeah, I think we just go for the Flutter Mane. So this way they can't just promote the Flutter Mane, have access to items and tools. And now this makes their life a little tougher. So they can't just go, oh, I'm going to Night Stretcher for Flutter Mane, or I can use Earthen Vessel for a Darkness Energy. Yeah, FM Boss, I agree with you 100%. It just really feels like they didn't even try with Black Bolt and White Flare. And then you add on to that the fact that PDCGL is just an absolute gong show and just a massive just what the hell are they even doing? They've been working on this game for 5 years, and it seems like they just started yesterday. Okay, they put their Clefairy down. I guess they don't realize that Frillish has a 3 retreat cost. So there you go. In the Gardevoir versus Gardevoir mirror match, Jellicent's very important, but Jellicent's just not that great otherwise. And yeah, I won't be uploading Gardevoir into the YouTube video. Gardevoir does not deserve to be in a YouTube video. If I get lucky with other sets, I'll do it. Or sorry, with other decks, I'll do it. But like Mega Evolution is out in Japan on August 1st, and then we get it September 25th. The problem is those gym promos. Like Team Rocket's Kangaskhan, we don't know if that's ever even going to come out in English. And never going to let me down. A person of taste, I see. But Team Rocket's Kangaskhan and the Team Rocket's Bill Cosby helmet, we don't know when those are coming out, but they're out in Japan. And I would assume they're going to be a promo box, because if we're in the Mega Evolution era and they just chuck in a random Team Rocket's EX, then it's kind of defeats the purpose. All right, well, let's believe in the... let's just put in the Munkidori. Yeah, we never got Quagsire, so there's a chance we just never get Team Rocket's Kangaskhan, which did see, to be fair, did see a little bit of play in Japan, along with the helmet. Yes. I stand by that fact. Like I said, when we got our first reveals, I think Lillie's determination just on its own is better than the entirety of the set. I would argue that Lillie's determination is better than all 172 cards in Black Bolt and White Flare. It's not, but I would argue it, and you can't stop me because I'm a crazy person. All right, so let's go. Oh, the game is broken. Oh, PDC can't. I thought the maintenance was tomorrow. Do not adjust your screens. There we go. Do not adjust your screens. PDC Jail's just having a time right now. All right, let's play with our balls. Regardless of whether or not this is Grimmsnarl, I think we get rid of the Shaman. And then let's put a Ralts into play. Sure. I guess we also Iono because it gives them one less card. But Lillie's Determined, it's just such an insane supporter card. Hello. Okay. Don't hate that. Let's go Artazon. I know it helps them, but let's just go get a Frillish. They're not doing anything this turn. We got Frillish. This is probably Grimmsnarl. And don't forget, we can get our PP really big. Hey, it's Grimmsnarl. Hey, we're super screwed. Like, we got the PP, we got Mystery Garden, which is absolutely insane and should not exist. You know, Wally's Compassion, Premium Power Pro. So even though I'm very disappointed with the reveals post the initial reveals, Mega Evolution is still better than Black Bolt and White Flare, which is just so stupid. 40 less cards. We only know about half so far. I'll get the video up on Sunday. I usually like to, you know, base the cards a little bit, let them marinate. So that's why it's like, oh, what? The cards were revealed on Friday morning. Why didn't you do it on Friday morning, Pilot? Well, the reason I didn't do it on Friday morning is because, you know, I want to let it marinate a little bit. Okay. They are helping me out a little bit with that Frostlass. Ooh, okay. This worked out really, really well. So let's go get a Darkness Energy and a Psychic. Now, what do? I could de-evolution to keep the Morgrem from becoming something. I guess maybe that's what I do, is I go get... Hang on, so we go get the... Oh, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Shocker, trust your pilot doesn't know what he's doing. So we got to put a Ralts down just in case they play with our balls a little bit. We do have an Ultra Ball and a TF... Oh, this one doesn't have de-evolution. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I guess we go for Screamtail and just knock out the Morgrem. That does seem like a good idea. I was hoping for a Jellicent turn, because remember, this is a Jellicent deck, so I was hoping for a Jellicent turn. I wanted to get my Jellicles scented. But it doesn't appear that's going to happen. Alright, so let's get Guardy. Okie dokie. We have to play with our balls. Remember, always play with your balls when you have the chance. Screamtail. Okay, Psychic Embrace. Attach. Well, yeah, like everyone in chat's like, oh, hey, Pilot, why don't you do the right thing and get rid of, and put the Screamtail in the active, Pilot? Why don't you do that? That makes a lot more sense. All right, well, let's just knock out the stupid... Actually, do I want to knock out the Badoo? I don't even know if I want to knock out the Badoo. I think what I want to do is just build up the Munkidori so they can't have crazy as much of a crazy turn. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to go for Screamtails, because I wanted to get a Jellicent turn, but the hand didn't really work out where that would be a thing. So let's go Roaring Stream, knock out the Morgrem. They're probably going to knock out my Screamtail, but that's fine. And never gonna let me down. Oh, I knew that. I knew that it would open up a space for the Munkidori. But if they just have Munkidori, that's fine, right? It's the Grimmsnarl that's going to win them the game. If all they have is Frostlass Munkidori, I can win because I have my own Munkidori, because that's all the format is these days. And they've abandoned the Grimmsnarl. They have completely abandoned the Grimmsnarl. I think we'll be okay. I think we can win this now. Alright, well, obviously we're going to knock out this Munkidori, and I guess we just knock everybody out? Oh, that's an insane top deck. Alright, well, let's just kill everybody. Yeah, they definitely didn't play this perfectly. Right? They definitely did not play this perfectly, expecting me to get everything. They were not like, oh, Pilot's gonna get everything. But see, this is so bad that I'm not even using Jellicent. This is just a Gardevoir deck. And you're seeing, like, this is arguably the best deck in the format right now. Obviously, there's other decks that can challenge it, like Zekrom can challenge it because of Iron Hands. But this is not fun for anybody. They can't do anything. I can't, you know, I'm not having fun. I want to whack off, and it's not having, I just can't. You know, my zest, I can't get erect for this game anymore. I cannot get an erection for this game. So we have determined that Jellicent is good. What a shock. Let's play TIRTOUGA. Oh yeah, like I said, Merciless Gohan, because I know you watched all the videos. I mentioned like a month ago that the only deck that's going to see like an actual increase in the standings is Golden Go. Everything else does get slightly better because of like Air Balloon. But the only deck you're going to notice a sizable upgrade with is Golden Go, and that's literally all that's happened. Is the only deck to get a noticeable change is Golden Go, and it's been pretty good. And never gonna let me down because it's easy and it's consistent. Yeah, I had to get that out of the way. I had to show people that yes, Gardevoir exists. What the hell is this hand? Okay, well this is Zekrom. This is bad. I believe we just lose. Like, this is the one bad matchup for this deck, is because as long as they get a couple energy into play, as long as they can, like, Squawkabilly for some things, we lose. And Cabby, well, how often does Pokemon TCG Live ban cards? All the time. How often do they ban? Just every set, apparently. That's how often they ban them. But in real life standard, rarely ever. You know, they specifically go out of their way to say, oh, it's a very rare thing for us to ban cards in the standard format. We don't do that here. Yeah, they had to ban Prism Energy and Hydreigon, and then they just gave up when it came to Archeops, which is arguably more crazy than Hydreigon, because with Hydreigon, you need to have both Hydreigon in play. With Archeops, you just need one Archeops, and you can devolve. What, if they have 9 Pokemon in play that are all evolved, all stage 2s, you can devolve 26 times with one Archeops? And Dr. Pelipper, that was actually my #1 video last month. And Kebby, exactly. Yes, it does. But that would require the developers of this game to know how to read, and they clearly do not know how to do that. All right, so that's pretty good. Are you not following me on Twitter, Joby1? You need to follow me on Twitter, Joby1. I'm very disappointed in you. I do believe I win the game now, though, right? Because we got a Jellicent up and running, and they're currently in a situation where Iron Hands doesn't do enough. And Lena, Blue Sky is where I post my posts that are not good enough for Twitter. And E-Rich, no, tomorrow is Reshiram because they're fixing Prism Energy, and then afterwards, that's when we're going to do the thing. And Ryuigi, well, that's why we have Legacy Energy. Fun fact, this deck has about 16 outs to supporters, by the way. We got one. All right, this did not work. Let's go Arven or Pokegear, and or I guess we can get the Fossil and Lucky Helmet. Sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about Meddling Memo because you have to know what's in their hand for it to actually be good. And I don't think that it's actually that good. All right, so we'll put the Lucky Helmet on you. Because like, I understand why it's there. It's if you want to go like Xerosic, and then you Meddling Memo to, you know, switch their hand, so it's just more likely that you hit good cards. Jellicent is not within Obsidian range. Obsidian does 130 times 2 is 260, and even I can do that math. Okay, they're going to try to take 2 prizes on my fossil. I don't necessarily agree with that, but this is what always happens is my opponent always has bosses. And Dizzy, you're saying that Hydreigon is... What the hell? Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. Ooh, that's crazy. See, this is what they always got. They go bosses, retreat, Jenny, prime catcher. And I don't get anything that I actually need. All right, so they took 2 prizes. We can go TIRTOUGA. They did have to burn some items, which is always good for us. But this deck has a lot of stuff in it, and we're not finding any of it. There's a Xerosic. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's go Xerosic right away. But I think I previewed this one in the best new decks because I did like 10 different decks for Jellicent, and this was one of them. It was just like some random player in Japan was like, hey, let's put TIRTOUGA with Jellicent. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to Xerosic them down to 3, and then next turn. So not this turn, or I guess this... Oh, no, you are supposed to do it this turn because they're obviously going to keep their best cards. So then you do that, and you see if that works, which it will definitely not, because PDCGL hates me. Well, let's see what happens. And FM Boss, no, they actually go together like peanut butter and toast, because that's what you do, is you don't let them play items with Jellicent in the active, and then they have a handful of items, so then you use Xerosic, and they have to get rid of all their items because they don't want to have dead cards. And then you have TIRTOUGA, which gets built up. Yeah, I mentioned this in the video that you absolutely watched, so don't worry about it. I know you watched the video. Yeah, this is the problem. But yeah, so I think Meddling Memo, I think we can cut it just in favor of more supporters and more Pokegear, even though the deck is like maxed out on them. And I can't remember what the ace spec is. It might... Oh, no, it's Legacy Energy. I don't know if you necessarily need Legacy Energy in this deck. It might be Hero's Cape is better, because that buys you an extra turn. And maybe 1 Caracosta isn't the dumbest thing in the world either. So there's lots of options. Is that why you're so happy, FM Boss? All right, how much damage are we doing? We're doing... Oh my god! We're gonna win this game! This is crazy! We're actually gonna somehow win this game. Probably not, but maybe. Oh, they conceded! They conceded! Oh, that's insane. Alright, well, that was a game for the ages. Was not expecting that. Oh, have I claimed my great lead? No, I haven't. There we go. So, oh, we got the goated Caracosta. That's a thick boy right there. Yeah, see, this is why I didn't want to play Guardy. This is kind of fun, but it doesn't work as much as you think. We have to find the right list. I'm not sold on Meddling Memo. I'm also not sold on Legacy Energy. So that's what we have to figure out, is I want to find the best, because I definitely see it. And preemptive face paint, there you go. Maybe Secret Box. Well, I think Hero's Cape, right? Because then you have a 370 hit point Jellicent. Oh, they're gonna crust and thrust. So actually, we can very easily win this game. This is surprisingly a possible winnable game. And I don't know if that should be what happens, but we're going to find out. We can definitely win this one. Okay, I'm fairly confident that we can win, right? Because they're not going to know what they're facing until maybe it's too late, but I'm going to have to maybe lose as a Rosic or something. All right, so we lock them out of there. Actually, we go Xerosic first. We go Xerosic first. And ABC, you could, but that would be way too much. So there is the Chandelure, but it's the Chandelure that just forces both of you to draw a card each turn. But that's a stage 2. It's a little rough. Like maybe, yeah, you could play TIRTOUGA. I'll leave myself a note. TIRTOUGA Chandelure. TIRTOUGA Chandelure. There we go. I left myself a note. I will make sure I don't credit you for that. So what did they get rid of? They got rid... Oh, wait. Was that a Cornerstone mask? It was. FM Boss, yeah, you can. You can use candies on the fossil because it is considered a basic. But this is just a list that was either in the description of the video or on the Discord, but it was in the new decked video. And FM Boss, well, Caracosta, I understand why you'd think about Caracosta. But the thing about Caracosta is that it really only works with Relicanth. So I have other builds of TIRTOUGA that have Relicanth, but you can't really play the Caracosta. I mean, I guess to wall some decks, like the thing is the Crustle, it goes through it, right? So Crustle would go through Caracosta's ability anyways. Okay, here we go. That's a Crispin. That's not what we wanted to top deck. We wanted to top deck literally anything else. Okay. Let's go Lucky Helmet. And then, yeah, Lucky Helmet. Energy. I guess I put that there. Because what I want to do is just get 4 fossils. Okay, well, that's not going to help. All right, let's go Power Press. I'm going to hold off on showing them the fossils, okay? Next turn, I'm going to put all the fossils down, but this turn, it's just not going to happen. Yeah, I forgot that we're out of Psychic Energy. Okay, so they're going to have to 3-shot me, but we're going to be able to draw a bunch of cards with Lucky Helmet. So they are not going to be expecting the absolute destruction I'm about to lay upon. Actually, we're going to lose. Oh, they don't have a... You just assume if they have 3 energy attached to a Crustle, they can attack. All right, well, let's start beating them off, I guess. Power Press. And Lime Growl, I talked about that in the video. So all you have to do is watch the video yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday's video. So I don't have a KO on the Munkidori. They're finally going to get an energy. But the whole strat is basically dependent on them playing a lot of items, and I don't know if they play a ton of items. Right? Like, I play a ton of items and stuff, but they're going to need, like, 13 items for me to win this game. And I don't know if they have they have 2. Okay, there's a TIRTOUGA. I guess I just... Boss is the monkey. We're going to put you there. Because de-evolution won't do anything. I don't really want to go for a Frillish here, so let's just go Power Press and see what happens. Because I have to kind of masterfully bait them into thinking that I'm just playing a Jellicent deck. Because I don't believe I mulliganed somehow, even though I only have 4 basics. Maybe even 3 basics. It's just that this deck needs to have such a great start, right? Like, the Lucky Helmet's fine, but it only draws 2, and despite playing 4 Pokegear and a bunch of supporters, I'm just not drawing very well. Okay. So we have... I think I just go and get the fossil. Again, it's going to be so quick, they're not even going to notice it. They're not even going to notice that I grabbed a fossil. They're going to be like, "What? Why would you get a card that you didn't play?" Because I'm masterfully baiting them. And FM Boss, it's a very likely scenario that we'll get pretty much every Mega Evolution card. Holbreak only runs about 10 items. Is that true? Yeah, I was thinking that it wasn't very many, but if it's 10, that's really bad. Okay, let me check this list. So, 4 gear. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, yeah, it's 11. Oh, geez. So, that's not good. So I think mathematically I can't win. Because I can 2-shot a Crustle. But the fact that they are... Okay, they're putting a Munkidori down. Oh, right, it's 30. I keep thinking it's 20. Because I was a PTCGL player back in the day. You know, back in my day... Our... Okay, there's a Hilda. That's pretty good. Because back in my day, we did 20 times the amount of items. You know, back in my day, there's a Turo. Ooh, we can use Turo here. Okay, so what I want to do is... I mean, they're just going to knock me out. I kind of want them to knock me out. So let's go Hilda for Legacy Energy TIRTOUGA. And then we just have to hope we don't get Iono out. That's kind of the whole strat here. We go Lucky Helmet on you. Power Press. Yeah, we basically need to just get all of their items, and that's not going to be easy. But I want them to knock out the Jellicent, because then they'll have to draw more cards. So yeah, I never remember that, oh, right, it's 30 times on TIRTOUGA. It's not 20 times like Garbodor was. But again, the stupid, I don't think Meddling Memo is very good. Right, like I understand why it exists, I just don't think it's very good. Okay, so they're gonna scissor me superbly. We got all our fossils. Okay, I believe I'm out of Gust. You know, I might have like a counter catcher or something. Okay, so TIRTOUGA. And then we play with our balls. Let's get rid of Brave Bangle and I guess Arven. Okay, so TIRTOUGA. So we have Xerosic and a bunch of energy. Oh, yeah, we have like, I was like, wait, what? I don't have any energy. So we put the fossil into play. How much are we doing? We're doing a hot 70. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. We're doing 70. Well, hopefully they ditch some items here. And face paint, because unfortunately Crustle is not an EX. If it was, I would beat it off so hard. Ooh, they got rid of one. They got rid of a whole one item. We're saved, everybody. And between the Munkidori, I think that's just GG. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, they're getting more Munkidori. There's just no chance we have a winning. So remember that tomorrow is 4 hours of maintenance starting at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So instead of the usual 8 hours, and of course, you know, the lead dev of Twin Leaf is like, it takes you that long to fix one card. All right, so we have 3 Xerosic, an Earthen Vessel, a Turo, De-Evolution, 2 Braid. Let's get rid of the memos. And let's get... yeah, maybe we have Lucky Helmet. Just 2. Just 2. Just High Dragon and Prism Energy, which, you know, you'd think they would test them before releasing them, but that's not a thing. All right, so we have 3 Frillish, 3 TIRTOUGA. We got 1 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Pokegear. Is there a stadium that I'm not thinking of that would be good here? I mean, Gravity Mountain doesn't seem... I mean, Pokemon League HQ could be all right. Yeah, like Pokemon League HQ could force them to dig a little bit. So let's try that. And preemptive face paint. Well, we have Legacy Energy, so like that'll guaranteed buy you a turn. I'm also not sold on the Ignition Energy, but we have Hilda. What about Watchtower? The problem with Watchtower is doesn't it shut off your fossils? So it wouldn't be... So Antique Cover Fossils protected against Dragapult. If I put Watchtower down, then we're kind of screwed. And what does it fix? So if we use Practice Studio, that would turn 240 into 250, 210 into 220, 270 into 280. It really doesn't fix math, but I guess on Jellicent it turns 80 into 90, and 160, it doesn't really help. Doesn't really do a whole lot. But let's just try these things out and see how it goes. And Silver, oh, we're playing Jellicent today. We're not playing TIRTOUGA. If we were playing TIRTOUGA, there'd be a bunch of TIRTOUGA lists, but this is Jellicent. You know, we're getting tentacles. You know, we're spending dollars to get cents. All right, well, I think they know what we're playing. I think they might have an idea what we're playing, but nothing here indicates that we have a Jellicent, though. But, I mean, the fact that I have to start a Frillish might tip them off ever so slightly. You know, I'm not sure, but I think the fact that our only basic is Frillish might tip them off that we're playing a Jellicent deck. I'm not sure, though. There might be just one thing that tells them about that. And TQ? Yeah, but I don't enjoy whacking off when I don't get enough excitement from it. 6 mulligans, good. Okay, hopefully they draw all the cards. And we gotta give them a sad face. We gotta give them a sad face to make them think that it was by accident and it wasn't by design. But like, what the hell is this starting hand? What even is this starting hand right now? Oh. Well, that's not good. I believe we lose. Because they're just going to go Ho-Oh, probably Squawkabilly. I'll have to go and get another Frillish. And FM Boss? No, we only play with youngsters when there's a Cleffa in the deck. And Silver, just keep going with celebrations. You know, if you've done Shadow Rider and Ice Rider, and I guess Miraidon is also good now, but just go with celebrations. You have higher chances, you know, just if you're in the game for the long run, just go get celebrations. It's so dumb. It's just so dumb how they make the game worse every single chance they get. But on the flip side, at least the rewards are a little bit better. So it's like they made the game much, much worse, but the rewards are slightly better. Okay, so Ho-Ho is weak to water. Oh, they're just going for it. All right, well, if we can stabilize, if we can get a playable card, we will win this game. It's just the fact that we're probably not going to get a playable card. Oh, they only have 4 items in the disc. That's kind of sad. They've seen half of their deck, and there's only 4 items in there. Now there's 5. Okay, I think as long as we can play the game, we will be fine. The stupid Latias, though, that's going to hurt us. But yeah, I think TIRTOUGA, the Jellicent TIRTOUGA, it's a thing. It hasn't necessarily performed as well as I think. I think just the Rotom is better, and then, you know, Xerosic into Dunsparce. Oh, what a great top deck. What a fantastic top deck there. Really happy I got that. I guess we just get rid of the energy because we have to go for a Frillish. We have to thin the deck as much as humanly possible. And I think what I have to do is item lock them. And then next turn, we have to bring up the Armarouge. Right, because Armarouge won't have free retreat. Most likely they'll have 4 energy, and maybe they'll whiff an energy. But our only hope is that we get something. Because, you know, maybe we have to up it. Wait, is there 4 research in the deck? If there's not 4 research... Oh, God, they got 5 energy. Okay, never mind. Never mind, everybody. We lose. Unless we get a goated top deck. Ooh, okay. Okay. Where's they? Because they have no idea what they're facing. How the hell did we get nothing? How did we get 0 things that we need? And the Hearthflame Masked Ogerpon actually is really good in this situation because it does 280, but they have to discard all energy. So maybe we're okay? Oh God, they're gonna give me an Iron Handy. That's awesome. Thank you. And they got the free retreat with this is a beatdown if I've ever seen one. All right, well, there goes that. The bosses into an Armarouge play is gone. They'll just retreat into Hearthflame and knock out my Jellicent. And I believe we're just a little bit too far behind, right? Because I can take KOs, but I can't take KOs fast enough. And let's go Lucky Helmet. I guess next turn we have to go Hilda for an energy or something. All right, well, end turn. How dare you ask that question, Bulkiest Pick? Mods, ban Bulkiest Pick for trying to rub it in. You know, you can rub it out. You can rub one out. You cannot rub one in. That's just mean. You should not do that, Bulkiest Pick. So we'll switch to the Dust Noir build. Again, I tested that a little bit. It was okay. It just feels like it's missing something, just like how this one is missing something. Right, like Jellicent and TIRTOUGA, there is synergy, but you have to get really lucky at the beginning of a game, and you have to play like 4 research and hit your fossils really early. You're only ever going to have 4 TIRTOUGA. You have to get lucky with Xerosic. You have to go second. You have to hope they don't have a good turn 1 where they get everything they need. There's just way too much that Jellicent needs to work, and it's unfortunate. Okay, so here's something crazy. If I am able to top deck a water energy, they might lose. Right? Because we're going to get Lucky Helmet too. Because if I can knock out the Iron Hands, they're going to have no energy on board. It's very unlikely that that'll stick because they have Mew and Fezandipiti and stuff. And they don't... Oh, I can't knock out the Iron Hands, can I? So how many items do they have? They have 5. All right, well... Okay, that's not what we wanted. We wanted something else. Oh, God. I mean, we can still do something, right? That's not what we needed. We're getting all the cards we don't need. All right, well, let's just lose in style. Let's just lose in style. There we go. You can tell all you need to tell about PDCGL based on that interaction. Because remember, in PDCGO, it would say, hey, if you do this, you might lose the game. In PDCGL, it's just like, get wrecked, loser. Way to not read, idiot. And silver, well, yeah, with Pokestop not being in format, that really hurts. And then we also, Arven is really your only good ability to do it. And Arven's, it gets you a tool and an item, so you have to have a good rest of your hand. So we're facing off against Iron Hands, which, people have basically said in the comments of that video that Zekrom's not that great and, I can beat it. It's pretty easy to beat. The thing with Zekrom is that if they get off to a fast start, you might just lose because they go Iron Hands 2 prizes, Iron Hands 4 prizes, and then you can't catch up because they can build up a Zekrom, and it's like, now what am I supposed to do? And Ichigo, what is it, TIRTOUGA? Are you trying to get me with TIRTOUGA? Oh, goody freaking gumdrops. Oh, cool. Yep. See, this is why the deck is so strong now, is that you can just go Iron Hands for a bunch of prizes right off the set, right off rip. And then at the end of the game, after you've taken 4 prizes, you just have Zekrom. Like, oh, you've built up your entire strategy. Congratulations. I am going to win now. All right, let's go Iono. And face paint, it's for Zekrom. So Zekrom, when they're at 280, so when Zekrom's doing 280, it actually buffs it to... Ooh, okay, this is terrible. And we don't have a Frillish turn 1. Awesome. But it's so you can buff it a little bit. Right? Because if they take 3 prizes, they're like, okay, I'm playing Gardevoir or I'm playing Dragapult. I've only taken 3 prizes. They're only doing 280. We're safe. And then they bust out the maximum belt. And it puts it at 330. But yeah, the maximum belt probably shouldn't be on the Iron Hands. But it's still all right. It's an easy one. Carefree Pokemon has an easy... Is it Jellicent? Is it Frillish or Jellicent? Okay, well, we're doing great. We're doing fan-flippin-tastic right now. We have nothing that we need. Everything is going awesome. I don't know why you're asking. It's Quagsire. What does that have to do with today's... That has nothing to do with today's stream. Oh my god. What in the hell is this? Okay, we're going to try one more time, but this is pathetic. But the main issue with TIRTOUGA is the fact that it evolves from a fossil. Like, if it didn't evolve from a fossil, you can say, like, oh, well, we have Kingdra EX. Kingdra EX is great. You can just put the TIRTOUGA into play with Kingdra. Or you can use Tatsugiri or Reuniclus. But you still have to be able to get items in the discard pile. So it just feels like there's no winning. There's no right list. Like, if you get lucky with the Rotom, that's good, but the Rotom has 80 freaking hit points, so it's out of Poffin range. What the hell is this hand? I swear this deck actually works. Okay, we'll change the list to add 1 million supporters. Because what the hell is going on right now? Okay, so that Duskull is not long for this world. Unless they don't get a basic. And FM Boss, that's part of it, yes. Oh, cool. Just what I wanted. Thank you. I think the deck needs like a Cleffa or something, but you're supposed to start the Frillish and then have a Psychic Energy and then screw them over. Though the fact that I item lock them might prevent them from, you know, doing anything. Oh, unless they get 3 energy and they just knock me out. But there's no tool that can save them. They can't use the item from Arven. And what do you mean we'll bring back the beach? Oh, God. They only need 2 energy now to make a baby. And FM Boss, thank you for coming. Well, yeah, it's PDCGL. Did you really think they wouldn't make the game worse? Did you really think they wouldn't go out of their way to make the game worse? That's just silly. Ooh, that's a good top deck. Okay, watch me get nothing. Okay, I was joking. I thought you'd give me something. Okay, we're going to change the list and reset the luck here. I was joking when I said I'd get nothing off of this. It was a jest. I said it in jest because I thought you were gonna actually give me a playable card. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of Badoo. We're getting rid of Klefki. We got quad Frillish. We're going to cut that. We're gonna have to put 7 Psychic. Do I even want the trolley? Like maybe I could go Prime Catcher or something. Let's skip that. Let's go for another Vessel. So we have 4 Iono, 4 Arven. Let's get rid of the Brox. We have a Judge. Let's put Artazon, Air Balloon, copy of Switch. Oh, right, I forgot. You can't search for the word Poke. On Limitless you can. On here you can't. All right, so let's just go 4 Pokegear. You know, as much as I want the counter gain. We should probably have a Crispin, though, right? So let's get rid of the Turo and put in a Crispin. We do have Skibbity. I mean, maybe it's just a more Night Stretcher. Yeah, let's just try it like this. Let's just go for like as much of a consistent list as I can. Oh, right. That's what I was thinking about. I still had the TIRTOUGA list in my brain. So yes, I should have swapped it out. Watch me start the Crispin and no other supporters. But yeah, I still had the or we mulligan. Cool. I still had the TIRTOUGA list on my mind. And silver, you put 4 research with the Dunsparce or TIRTOUGA. Well, the Rosic is going to have to be more important, which is unfortunate. Like the Chandelure, yeah, the Dunsparce is good because then it saves you. Okay. Because then it saves you. But this is a starting hand. We don't get Precious Trolley. We have a starting hand, everybody. It's rare, but it does happen. We're facing Mamoswine, which should be a win as long as we can play the game. We go get a preemptive Fezandipiti. We item lock them so they can't rare candy into anybody. So, of course, we're going to prize Precious Trolley. We have... The PDC GL gods have already spoken. We have prized Precious Trolley. I can pretty much guarantee you that the trolley's prized. Okay, we're saved. We're gonna go get the air balloon. What? No! I was gonna beat you off. Oh my god. Why did they concede though? So I'm trying to think, like, what went through their mind that they would concede there? You see a Frillish and they must have thought it was Gardevoir. They must have thought it was Gardevoir. And that's the only reason, when it obviously is not Gardevoir, and they made an oopsie. They got some boss's orders. Okay. We have a gear and some vessels. And silver, we tried it. It's just a worse Typhlosion, and arguably Seismitoad is better because Seismitoad has access to Mommy. So I originally thought that Reuniclus would be better than Seismitoad, but it kind of seems like Seismitoad is better. It's just that Seismitoad isn't screwed over by prizes, or Seismitoad is screwed over by prizes, so you have to run redeemable ticket. And Shiny Ray, exactly. You can watch the last VOD if you're curious how it works. And the answer is that it doesn't. Okay, so we're facing a deck that is a dark type deck, and all of my Pokemon are weak to dark. But we can literally just win this game with like 1 KO. Which is hilarious to say out loud. Okay, so there's a Frillish. I mean, we don't really need the trolley anymore, right? So we can just go Nest Ball for Duskull. Let's get rid of the Dust Noir. Get 2 energy. And then we're going to Pokégear. We're probably going to get nothing. Hey, we got something. And then I think let's Arven to thin the deck a little bit. So let's go get Pokégear and Air Balloon. Actually, let's get Pokégear and Counter Gain. We attach to the active. Counter Gain on you. Oceanic Gloom. Okay, okay. My success next turn depends on this Pokégear. Though I can just go Ultra Ball for Jellicent, and then they can't play tools or items next turn. But if they just have... Okay, well, that's fine. I have 3 Night Stretcher. Well, alrighty then. So we can knock out the Charmander, or if they put a Charmeleon down, we can knock out a Charmeleon. I believe we win this one. So long as my other Earthen Vessel's in the deck. Or no, sorry, we don't even need the Earthen Vessel. I was like, oh yeah, we need to put Earthen Vessel. No, we don't even need the vessel. So we have that. We have those. We have Counter Catcher. But I think what I do is I just knock out Charmander and we just get a Dusclops. So we go, yeah, Air Balloon, Ultra Ball. Play with our balls. We get rid of the Jellicent. We go for a Dusclops. Jellicent in the active. Okay. And then we blow up the Clops. Hit the Charmander. And I guess I should have gone for the Vessel. I was just thinking a little too far ahead. So I probably should have gone for the Vessel just so I didn't have to do that. And I could have set up some more KOs. Never mind. I'm a freaking genius. All right, so no tools, no items. And burger? I'll let the community tell you about that, but also because, you know, you can't craft them. Preemptive face paint? Because I have to be behind on prizes. Because I didn't go for the Vessel. I thought PDC Gel would reward me for my brilliance. But it decided to clap my cheeks instead. Okay, well, apparently everyone here is a fake fan burger. But the reason I don't use max rarity is because the people that are watching me don't have... They're poor. They can't afford max rarity. So I appeal to the poor people. All right, let's go Counter Catcher, De-Evolution. Because I'm being cool like that. Actually, yeah, let's go Vessel. There you go, Problem Child. You're not even a regular viewer, but you're smarter than most people here. All right, let's get rid of the air balloon and let's just have some fun. So Duskull. And then I think we just power press. Because the next turn I can do a whole bunch of things. Yeah, because you're a crazy person, Shiny Ray. Your mind is broken. But it's also, you know, new people. Like, if I play the craziest, hardest to see version of Jellicent, people aren't going to be like, oh, that's Jellicent. No, they're going to be like, what the hell is that card? They're going to, you know, it's going to be that grandma, you know, lifting her glasses meme. What card is that? Oh, what is that card? Why is it farting out of its butt face? So it's just so people can be like, oh, that's Jellicent. I have that in my collection. It cost me 600 credits. And when I opened a 5th copy, I got like 150 credits instead of 250, which is what it used to be not too long ago. Okay, so here's what we do. We win the game. I don't even think I have to do anything. Because I can just go for... I can knock out the Mew EX this turn. Or I can knock out everything else. Let's knock out everything else. And Problem Child, so you're saying you're a degenerate. You're saying you're mentally unwell. And well, I mean, the problem with like a challenge pre-rotation is that there's no cool name for it. It's like, I'm going to do the year 1 Scarlet and Violet Pokemon EX challenge. That doesn't have the same ring as the VMAX challenge or the V-Star challenge. Like the Terra Pokemon EX challenge, the Reign of Terra Pokemon EX challenge, that has a nice ring to it. But just like year 1 Pokemon EX challenge. I mean, I'll probably still end up doing it if I'm still alive at that time, but it doesn't have the same ring to it. You know, it's not like a cell phone from 1999 where you downloaded 5 seconds of a song and the worst audio quality you've ever experienced in your life. All right, well, I think we just win, right? I don't think I have to do very much. I'm pretty sure that's just GG. Yeah, you just got the worst quality of a song that you couldn't understand. And TQ, yeah, if you die, who will suffer for in PDCGL? All right, so if do I just go for it and just knock out the Charmeleon? Oh, never mind. All right, so yeah, we win now, right? So I just go Curse Blast, knock out the Charmeleon. Well, that was fun. See, do you see why I was not excited for Black Bolt and White Flare or for playing Jellicent today? They couldn't even play the game. It's like, oh, you stopped me from playing Rare Candy. Okay, well then I'll just TM Evolution. Oh, I can't do that either? Oh, cool. Now I just super lose the game. So there we go. The changes we made apparently fixed everything. All the issues have been fixed. Not with PDCGL. PDCGL is going to be broken forever. But the issues that we have experienced with this deck have all been fixed because I know what I'm doing. I'm pretty cool. Yeah, 100% win rate. Well, why are you emoting? Take your damn prize. Take your prize. Take your prize. Bro. Just take a prize. You click a button, and then you click another button, and then the game is over. It's very simple. It's you have acknowledged that you're here, and then instead of it took you more button presses to concede than it did to take your prize. It literally took more button presses, and you got less experience because of it. Why do people do that? I don't understand why you do more work to get less. It makes no sense. All right, well, let's cut the Crispin, and then we'll play one more game, and we'll lose. Or I could add... No, we can't really add anything. I was like, we can add something? No, we can't really add anything. So let's just go Quad Stretcher. Stretcher, I hardly knew her. And then we'll play some Jellicent Frostlass. And this boy's caked up. This is a real caked up youngster we got here, I think. Press 1 if you enjoy caked up youngsters. Okay, remember how I put 4 Pokegear and like 10 supporters in the deck? Remember when I did that? I put 4 Pokegear and 4 Arven and 4 Iono and a Judge and like a bosses and stuff. Remember when I did all that? Yeah, that was like 10 seconds ago. Oh man. Okay, so they're playing Dragapult. Good. And I can item lock them, which is also really good. So they guaranteed will not be getting a Dragapult next turn. But I guaranteed I'm barely doing anything. So the thing with Archeops against Dragapult is that it's a guaranteed win. Because what they're going to do is they're going to get a Dragapult. You just put the Archeops in the active, then just fully devolve it. And like, you wait for them to get all their Dragapult EX into play. You put 70 damage on each of them, then boom, Archeops. So what are some fun Archeops decks? Like Uxie Archeops will be fun. Uxie Archeops Frostlass. I guess just Archeops, Dragapult. I'm assuming that Cofagrigus. Ooh, yeah, Cofagrigus. That's a really good one. That one does 60 damage to everyone with an ability. The Hippo, no. And Silver, well, usually they ban cards that are broken in too much of a powerful way, which Archeops is. But I think they just gave up and they don't care anymore. Or, I mean, I don't think they ever cared. Well, yeah, I guess it makes sense to I mean, the 20 damage I don't think matters, so I think just shutting off their tools matters a little bit more. Obviously, they can go bosses, and that'll screw me over. ABC, remember, Salvatore doesn't work. And preemptive face paint, you're going to get banned if you keep making terrible suggestions. Remember, Salvatore only evolves into Pokemon without an ability. But Silver, I posted on Twitter. I replied to my tweet because I'm a cool person. Oh man, this is fun. This is peak Pokemon cards. And Ace Wayne, well, did I say that I held back the Stevens Metagross build? I held back the Stevens Metagross build of Jellicent because I actually have some ideas, but Shiny Ray, no, you checked the tweet. It's on their list of known issues. Where the hell are all my... I have 4 Pokegear, 4 Arven, 4 Iono, a Judge, 2 Earthen Vessel, 6 Psychic Energy. Thank you. Was that so difficult? Apparently it was. So yeah, Uxie Archeops, Dragapult, Cofagrigus Archeops. This is all assuming that they don't fix it tomorrow. It's merely on their list of known issues coming in the future, but that could be 4 years from now. There's things that have been on the list for over a year or whatever, whenever they did it. So yeah, just good spread cards. And I think Uxie is one of them. But yeah, this is Dragapult. We're getting fully set up, which is nice. And they're obviously going to try to get a Fezandipiti or something. If I prized all the gears, then I still have like 10 draw supporters in the deck. Doesn't matter if I prized all the gears or I prized all my... Oh, how do you live with yourself when you get rid of your Neo Upper? Oh, that is bad. And then we get an Iono. All right, so let's we're not going to do that. We're going to Iono because I can just knock out the Dreepy like next turn. Because remember, they can't use Rare Candy Archeops, or they can't use Rare Candy to get Dragapult. So let's go Jellicent. We finally got that guy. We're not going to use Dusclops this turn because we want to knock out the Urgicloak. We don't want to just waste the Dusclops. And Team Rocket's Tyranitar. The problem with Team Rocket's Tyranitar, I believe, is that, you know, you want to play the Team Rocket supporters, but then if you play Archeops, that doesn't really help. And it only damages basics. So the Team Rocket's Tyranitar only damages basics. And oh, actually, no, maybe that works because it's so broken. So Team Rocket's Tyranitar Archeops. That actually works because the card is broken. And Walkie Plane, I mentioned this in the video. Remember that in the video where I talked about it? Where I was like, I thought about it for a second. I'm like, wait, Alakazam with Jellicent is actually stupid because Jellicent does more damage than Alakazam. So what's the point of Alakazam, right? What's the point of Alakazam if your Jellicent can do more damage than Alakazam? You can just cut out the stage 2 and just play Xatu. And TQ, check out Trust Your Pilots clips. That would be my advice. Go to Trust Your Pilot clips. And oh, we just win here. We're winning. We're just winning all day. Look at this. We got 1 prize left. They're gonna hit me with the Ursaluna. I don't even care. You want to come up with the Ursaluna? Go for it. I'm gonna lose this game and it'll be hilarious. Well, no, just go look at my clips. What's wrong with looking at my clips? So we can just Pokegear but we're gonna Pokegear, we're definitely gonna get bosses, then we win the game. It's that easy. But you have to watch the clip to get the full experience of how oh crap. Okay. I was really hoping they weren't gonna get that Urcloak. Ooh, a Crispin. Okay. So if I can top deck Ignition Energy, we can still win the game. And TQ, yeah, they don't know what they're doing. Okay, so Jellicent survives. They can't attack with Ursaluna. We knocked out their Latias. They can't get their Latias back. So do I just wait? I'm very curious how I should go about this. All right, so let's play with our balls. We don't need the counter catcher or the counter gain. So let's go for a Duskull. Duskull down. Arven for Vessel. De-evolution just to thin the deck. And then Vessel away the counter gain. We get double energy. Because we can still win this one, everybody. Because we can get the ignition energy. We have liftoff. We can get ignition. So I guess... yeah. Because, I mean, they're going to be able to get a Dragapult, so maybe I do just de-evolution. Yeah, I think maybe de-evolution is the correct call here. Because it prevents them from getting a Dragapult. We know their Ursaluna is not attacking, so buying myself an extra turn is actually goated here. That was actually the correct play. Because now... well, actually, then I should... if I was going to do that, I should have attached the Psychic to the active. So that was a slight oopsie. Because then I could have just gone 4 energy. Oh, hello. Oh, they had all the Dragapult in their hand. They had all of the Dragapult in the hand. Okay, this is cool. This is really funny. Okay. Can I get something playable? All right, we're definitely going to win now. We 100% win the game now. There's no shot we lose. I guess we go Arven. We'll get that out of the deck. And then Pokegear for Judge. I guess Judge makes sense. And then attach to you. Judge. Because we should still have some decent cards in the deck. Okay, where the hell is the things that I need? All right, so let's go Power Press. Because you probably forgot to exit the tab. TQ, because they deserve it, because they can't fit enough toes in their mouth. Yeah, Walking Plane, you probably have me in multiple tabs. And there's an Iono to 1. That's bad. That's less bad, because now we can get Fezandipiti. All right, so... yeah, now they're never going to be able to get a Dragapult, because they have 3 Dragapult in the bin, and Night Stretcher, like, maybe they have a Lana's Aid, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny that that's how we're going to win the game. See, the original list from Japan had, I think, 2 Night Stretcher. Yeah, we just go Night Stretcher for game. Or I could, you know, mess around with them, but no, we're not going to be mean. And then, of course, we get the Precious Trolley. All right, so we'll just go Night Stretcher. We didn't even use a single one this entire game. And then Night Stretcher for Dusknoir, easy dubs. Oh, God, please just take your prize. The game is just... don't concede, okay? Just take your prize. It's not my fault that PDCGL doesn't know that the game is over and that I've won. Thank you. I knew you were caked up. Face paint, yeah, TIRTOUGA would be good. The problem is that, again, you have to evolve from a fossil, and that's the problem. See, if that other... I got 525 experience that previous game. This one I got 675. All right, let's open some collector crates. Okay, we got... Okay, this might... Yeah, we're not gonna... Maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe I should take this back. Oh, God. Lena, it's in the Discord. I just posted it in the Discord, so it's easy to copy and paste. Oh, my God. I just want to open... Oh, God. No, we're not doing this. We're not... I take it back. We're not doing that. I think it's Black Bolt White Flare 25, I believe. Oh, God, I was not going to stick around for 23 packs just to open a couple of collector crates that would just have crap in them anyways. And Zod. Oh, I still haven't tried that. Because I tried that a little while ago. But yeah, I think it was like if you opened it from the Battle Pass. But the next time I tried that with regular packs, it didn't work. So I think if you try it on Battle Pass, you can flame the cards. But I think if you try it from the shop, it doesn't work. And China Ray, that's the point. The point is so that they can make it seem like they're rewarding us and they want to increase like engagement or something. Oh, and I noticed that on Android, TCG Pocket is at 45 million downloads. TCG Live still isn't at 10 million. And remember that TCG Live got like a 3-year head start. So TCG Live, well, like a 2.5 year, but TCG Live is 2.5 to 3 years older than Pocket, and it has 40-ish million less downloads. And that's just on Android. That doesn't take Apple into account. Okay, so the reason you have to play Precious Trolley, it's like, but Poilet, why are you playing the trolley? Ah, crap. Why are you playing the trolley with the Frillish and the Jellicent? Well, it's because the Frillish got 80 hit points. It doesn't have the magical 70, so you gotta get stuff from the trolley. So I think this might actually be a winnable matchup. I don't think we prioritize. Oh, don't you dare. Oh my God, how do they just... They're going first. They go first and they get Nest Ball Tool? How the hell does that even work? I call shenanigans. All right, we're going to go... Well, they don't have Genesect EX. So that is one nice thing. They don't have the Genesect EX. So we are slightly spared. But yeah, what the hell was that? I think... How much do I believe in this one Pokégear? Oh, we prized a lot of supporters, though. I do not believe in this Pokégear whatsoever. And then, of course, it'll get me what I need. Oh, I was right. Trust Your Pilot is a freaking genius. Everyone spam it in the comments. Handsome, nicest toes. I wish those toes were in my mouth. Okay, what the hell is this? But how is that even possible? They get the turn 1 Nest Ball and Tool and Poffin. And they can just go Scizor. Okay, there's a Munkidori. They got their one Munkidori set up. That actually might be a bad thing, is what I'm trying to tell myself. Yeah, they're definitely watch. Oh, this is terrible. So I guess we just go up with Munkidori and hope. So it's probably going to be a TM Evolution, play with our balls, and I like to kiss my own butt. Or is it sniff my own butt or kiss my own butt? Oh, imagine that, being able to use an ace spec. Yeah, we could have done that, but PDCGL decided to be a butt face, and at least I knew. Right, at least I knew that PDCGL was going to screw me over. Okay, they're going a little crazy. We can definitely win now. We just have to figure out a way to deal with the Scizor, but they're having the perfect setup. They're having the perfect setup, and they don't even have the EX Genesect. And Incineroaring, yeah, they're playing the non-EX, but it just seems like they knew, right? They knew that I had the trolley in my hand. That would have won me the game. So PDCGL was like, hey, what if you just couldn't? What if no? Okay, so Munkidori in the active, TM Evolution. Or do I even, again, I don't even know if I want to get Jellicent at this point. Right, I guess the reason to do that would be to bring up a Golden Go. And prevent them from playing the, I guess? That's what we do? Alright, so Nest Ball. Let's get Snow Runt. Yeah, I guess we have to get a Frillish at this point. And then sure. Because again, I'd very much like to be able to get a card here. Come on, Pokegear. Hey, we got an Iono. Alright, that's pretty good. So TM Evolution, Darkness Energy, Iono. Watch me get all the Jellicent. Well, we did get one. Alright, so that goes there. Can I Night Stretcher for anything good? I cannot. Alright, so Evolution into you. I believe we just go for the Frostlass. Okay. So this is going to get a little sketchy because they managed to set up their Munkidori somehow because they're a terrible person and I hate them. But if I can simply counter-catcher their Gimme Duel, I believe that'll buy us the time that we need. I'm assuming... Okay, well, that sucks. Alright, as long as they can't recover their metal energy, we'll be fine. Because unfortunately, the Scyther has free retreat. Maybe they'll show me which Golden Go they plan on using here. Like, maybe we'll be able to be okay there. Hopefully, they attach an air balloon to one of their Golden Go, then we just bring up the other one. Okay, here we go, here we go. We got this, everybody. Nope, they're gonna... Oh, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna go air balloon on one Golden Go, and then a metal energy on the other one. Or they didn't have enough for a KO, and they have to go get energy instead. Oh, this is great, this is great. Everyone, your balls better be getting wet here. Oh, and don't forget that it's a Pokemon Presents tomorrow. If you're wondering, TCG Live will almost 99.9% not be in there. Because TCG Live is never in a Pokemon Presents because they hate it. What will most likely happen is that there'll be TCG Pocket, they'll promote the next set. It'll be Legends ZA, Pokemon Champions, Sleep, and Cafe Remix and stuff. Yeah, we'll get some Megas. Alright, this butt face is coming with me. And Jose, we already talked about that. It's like you're a mother bird. You're regurgitating talking... I don't know where I was going with that. Alright, an Iono... Actually, I don't think an Iono matters. When they have 3 Golden Go, I don't think an Iono is that big of a deal. Okay, here we go. This is it. Game time, everybody. Let's see what's in the deck. Do I have a counter catcher? If I don't have a counter catcher, what the hell? We have 2 counter catcher and an air balloon. We will be totally fine. No counter gain, though. So let's go Munkidori down. Arven for Counter Catcher and Air Balloon, right? Because we still have a Pokegear in hand. All right. Counter Catcher this guy. I guarantee you their deck only has 3 Metal Energy. 100% guaranteed. That's a Trust Your Pilot guarantee. I mean, I guess I could have gone for the Darkness Energy, but I think I have to threaten an attack with the Jellicent. Just so they maybe feel like they have to play a little bit faster. And then now... you know what? No, I should have gone for the Munkidori. I should have 100% gone for the Munkidori and healed the Frostlass. And it would have actually paid more dividends later. But if I am going for the de-evolution play, then having energy on the Jellicent right now isn't that bad either. Okay, so they're going to go for my Frostlass. Golden Go only ever has the one Munkidori anyways. We're putting 4 damage counters on their Pokemon between turns. So unfortunately, we have to wait another turn. We're going to be 10 short on these guys. So we have to wait one more turn before we can Devo. So actually, oh my god, of course. I mean, it makes sense, but of course. You go for the Virgin Frostlass. You 100% take my virginity. What's the thought? Wait, they're going for Munkidori. I don't know why they didn't take my virginity. Is that 4 Air Balloon, or was that that's the old Air Balloon they had? Oh no, it is 4 Air Balloon. Just the gold melted into the gold. So they're playing a quad Air Balloon with Genesect to shut off the A-Spec. You know, I have seen some people whacking off with Golden Go. All right, so there's a Superior. I think we're fine, though, right? Because I just put Jellicent in the active. I do nothing. I just go get a Munkidori. Because a de-evolution wins us the game. I could bring up the... crap. Okay, so the Scizor is bad. Scizor is very bad. But... yeah, they're going to make it rain. I feel like I have to wait another turn, right? Because we're not knocking out their Gimme Duel, so I have to wait one more turn. They're going to get down to 1 prize. And then we put them down to 1. So I love how it heals the Jellicent. Do you ever notice that? How if you have 2 Frostlass, the first Frostlass heals your active because it's a well-made game. All right, let's go Fartazon. Get a Munkidori. And then Night Stretcher for a Darkness. Okay, Darkness Energy goes on you. Air Balloon on you. I will heal the Frostlass just in case there's any shenanigans. And then we put all that there. Okay. And then end turn. Okay. I know it's risky what I just did, but I think that's the strat. Because I can always... well, actually, maybe I can't. But we have an Ursaluna in the discard pile. The Scizor will be a problem. But we have set ourselves up perfectly for a de-evolution. And, I mean, they're losing somebody. It's going to be telling who they save. And don't look at the mismatched damage counters on Munkidori and Frostlass. Do not do that. Okay? You won't be able to unsee how bad this game is if you do that. Okay, so they saved the Munkidori for now. But the Munkidori actually gets knocked out due to Frostlass pings. Yeah, using Munkidori moves Pokemon on the bench. Frostlass heals because when you promote, it puts the damage on it during the promotion. And, of course, they have another bosses. I think that is what people have been doing is they've been playing 4 bosses in Golden Go now. and just like no Pokegear and as few items as possible. But they did take a Pokemon with an ability off the field. So that is something. We are knocking out the Genesect. I'm going to de-evolution. They're not going to be able to recover their metal energy. So I think we're in a decent spot. Right? We take the Genesect KO. I can... Thanks, Gohan. All right. Do I... No, I can't knock out the Sizzler, so I think we go Artazon for... oh, yeah, just a Frillish. We just want to thin the deck to try to get that counter catcher. I think. Okay, let's Pokegear, see what we get. There's an Iono. There's also a Crispin, but I think... Oh, no, we need the de-evolution. Crap. Okay, so let's go Arven for de-evolution. We don't want the counter catcher. We can go Night Stretcher, though. Okay. Strategy. Oh, but if I do this, it's going to power up their Scizor. Yeah, so I'm assuming they only have 3 metal. That's the life we're living right now, is that we're just assuming they only have the 1 metal. All right, let's go Adrenabrain. And yeah, we'll heal the active. So let's go 1, 2, 3. And we'll heal the active again. There's no way you have another freaking thing that you need. There's no way. There's no shot. I am going to win. Okay? You are not going to... Oh, right. I forgot about that. Oh, no. I couldn't have won. I could have almost won. But there's no shot you're going to go boss. Well, no, if they go bosses, then we're fine. Because I think they can do 210. And then we'll take 2 more damage. So, oh no, we will lose. Oh, crap. Okay, so I may have miscalculated. So I think putting the extra Munkidori down cost me the game. Just because I can't do math. So putting the extra Munkidori was an oopsie. I got too excited, and I thought, oh, there's no way they have, you know, another metal energy or another bosses. But if they have a bosses, then we win, so it doesn't matter. And, well, this isn't the one with Genesect EX. And remember, they do have 4 Air Balloon in the list, so I'm not quite sure. Okay, there's a Gimme Duel. There's no way. There's no way. You win if you have a metal energy, and I should not have put that Munkidori down. Because I would have... actually, 30... I would have survived with like 10 hit points, right? Because the Munkidori, its ability, it adds 50, and it only ended up healing 30. So yeah, I would have survived with 20. Boss... Don't put that evil on me, Gohan. No, they don't play counter catcher, okay? It's a Golden Go deck. They don't play counter catcher. Oh my God! That was a moment we just had right there. I was like, they're attaching an energy. That was like, that was a. Well, no, they would go bosses counter catcher, right? They go bosses counter catcher. They go bosses, Night Stretcher, counter catcher, win the game. Oh, man, that was close. That was way closer than it should have been. All right, let's... yeah, we just went with de-evolution again. I think there was another win con we had available to us, but I'll just go de-evolution since it's right there. You know, I could probably dig for an energy or something, but there you go. But, like, do you see how boring that was? They took 11 minutes. I took 6.5. That was basically a 20-minute game. And the only time I actually did anything was on the last turn of the game. The only time I did anything was the last turn of the game. 21 minutes of me just sitting here with my thumb up my butt and just waiting for them to get down to 1 prize or 2 prizes. So that was fun. Let's run it back with the Frostlass build, I guess. No, I win by doing expert math. Oh my god. This is crazy, everybody. To celebrate the 4th anniversary of Pokemon Unite, you get trainer fashion. Oh my god, you get to pick 1 fashion outfit if you play Pokemon Unite. Okay, so with this hand, I think we put Badoo down, right? Oh man, we don't get any Pokemon, but we get a fashion outfit, everybody. I remember when I played Unite, it was just too slow. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the MOBA genre. I just don't like how slow it is. But like it had its, it had its charms. It's just, it was too, you just had to pay too much money. Right? It was free to play, but I just felt like I had to spend too much money to power up my Pokemon. So I'd play on and off for a couple years. I played it like crazy when it first came out, and they're not here. I played it like crazy when it first came out, but then it was just, the gameplay was a little bit too slow. It was a little too boring. I'd either face people who weren't very good at the game and we'd steamroll them, or I'd face people who are really good at the game and I'd lose handily. I'd get a handy. Oh my god. Okay, so they're going to get the turn 1 Iron Hands. If we can prevent them from getting a turn 1 Iron Hands, we do have a chance of winning. But they're just going to go Miraidon, Tynamo, Iron Hands, Squawkabilly, double Generator, attach an energy, and then next turn they go Badoo, and this is why. As long as you can get off to that fast start, Zekrom is amazing right now. If you can't get off to a fast start, then it seems like it's a terrible deck. But if you just get off to that just real crazy start, you get a 4 energy hands, turn 1 going first, and it's just crazy. And they're really going for it. They really want it. They want it so bad. They're down bad right now. Interesting that they put down another Miraidon, and also interesting that they didn't attach an energy to their Iron Hands. Right? I think number 1, again, they're worried about not being able to Jenny, but why wouldn't you attach an energy in that situation? I do question that. Why would you not attach an energy when you had 3? And the 2 Miraidon, was that because they wanted to draw cards, or was that after they drew with Mew? Oh no, so they just wanted to draw an extra card. Okay, well they got the attachment, but no Jenny. Ooh, you gotta play Carmine. Where is my Carmine? Alright, so let's go Fartazon. Sure. We know for a fact that they don't have Jennies in their hand. But honestly, I might want to Iono them into Jennies. Oh my god. Okay, well, we don't have a choice anyways. I think I might want to try to Iono them into Jennies anyways, right? Because they clearly have somewhat of a play. Oh my god, this is just a Frostlass Munkidori deck. Okay. They do potentially have an attack this turn, but it's highly unlikely, right? Because if you're playing Jamming Tower, then most likely they have Latias. They might have like 1 air balloon. But it is an interesting mix of cards they have over there. And a bit of an interesting start. Boss's hors d'oeuvres. Okay, they're bringing up the monkey. That's fine. The de-evolution, I don't need 2, because obviously the electric will take some damage, but I don't realistically need to knock out the electric. It's kind of useless. And of course, we did prize a Snow Runt in a game where Frostlass is absolutely insanely powerful here. Okay. There's a Darkness energy. Let's go. I could just Wait, can I just Maractus them all game? The problem is that I only have one air balloon. So going for the Maractus, it's a little too risky. If I had the air balloon, obviously I would. But let's hit him with the old Munkidori. I have to do that. We just have to basically stall them out for as long as possible. And then Iono, can I please get something good? Like a Frostlass, that'd be pretty sick. Thank you. We got a Frillish as well. And we have a Crispin for next turn. Okay. Things are looking good. Except for the fact that we only have one Snorunt. But other than that, things are looking good. And we're going to slowly melt their balls. That's always fun. It's highly unlikely that they can take a knockout of my Badoo this turn. But even if they Badoo, I can go up Frillish. Okay, good, good. Now, the real question is this a Maractus turn? Ooh, that's a tough one. Because Maractus has its pluses and minuses. The minus with Maractus is that I would have to put an energy on it. And that would not be an energy on a Munkidori, which is probably what I want to do. Okay, so they're just going to arm press. And they're going to be like, well, next turn I'm going to start amping. I'm going to start humping ya. Okay, so we have to go up with Frillish. Got to prevent them from playing items and tools. And then we just start loading. We start blowing our load all over the dude. I'm not sure what the correct play is here. Do I attack with... No, right? There's no... Okay, well, that's not good. I was just assuming that we were going to get a Frillish or a Jellicent. That did not happen. So there's a Frillish. And then I have to go Earthen Vessel that away. We're going to have to, unfortunately, research here, which I do not want to do. But as long as I can just get a freaking Jellicent, we'll be fine. Oh, good God. Okay. Then I'm going to bring up the electric, right? We bring up the electric. Hey, I can't believe they didn't call it Ocean Vileplume. All right, so who has the most HP? The Miraidon has the most HP. But I think I just want to slowly melt away these guys. So we want to knock out Squawk, Mew, and Miraidon. Those are who we're going for. The fact that I was unable to do anything this turn is really bad. We just have to hope they're not playing Air Balloon. Yeah, just why would you call it Oceanic Gloom? That's literally the name of a Pokemon. And then Power Press? Seriously? Ichigo 4/4 Frostlass. Hey, if you gift 100 subs, and they got the Switch. See, it's almost like being able to item lock people is good. It's almost like item locking is strong or something. Crazy to think about. Okay, we're going to have double Munkidori. We're going to be able to build up some damage. It's just going to come down to whether or not they find bosses, I guess. Because they're going to go arm press. Ooh. Have they... Okay, they're down 2 bosses. They likely have a third. I'm just not sure how I'm supposed to win this one. Because I'm going to attach the basic. We're going to hope for an Iono. Prime... Oh, right. Prime Catcher. Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, so they definitely have another Gust. So we have to go up with this guy. We need a freaking Jellicent. We need to buy ourselves an extra turn. Then we need to retreat the Jellicent. That's not a Jellicent. That is an Ursaluna, though. I guess because we may never see a Night Stretcher. We might not ever get a Night Stretcher again. So I think we just go for this right now while we have it. Gear. Oh, thank you. I mean, it gets us the Jellicent. I can't be too upset, I guess. And we do have an attack thingy for next turn. Wait, what? Wait, what? I guess that means I win? I guess that means they saw how that was going to end? I mean, that was not a guaranteed victory. I guess Prime Catcher was their Gust card, and they were relying on Prime Catcher, and they didn't have any more bosses. But that was weird. Okay, so let's play the Gastrodon Jellicent deck, and then we'll play the other one. It's been, what, 4 days, 5 days, and I'm halfway through the Battle Pass? 5 days? Like, I didn't even play it for 2 days. I played this game for 3 days, and I'm halfway through the Battle Pass? Yeah, you finished the battle. Yeah, it's so crazy. They buffed the experience, but it's like, did they really need to? Did you have to do that? You know, it's not like the Battle Pass was ever that difficult. Like, was anyone ever asking for that? Like, I remember reading their post about it, and they were like, oh, you know, to make it easier for people to finish the Battle Pass, we're going to up the XP gain. And it's like, it's a 10-week Battle Pass, and I always finish the Battle Pass with like 4 or 5 weeks to go. Okay, so it's Drag. Ooh, this is a terrible Pokemon to have in your active right off the bat. This is terrible. We could very easily win this game, but this is a horrible start. All right, let's go Trolley into Air Balloon. Please tell me I have a Psychic Energy in my hand, baby. All right, you lose. We go Frillish. We don't care about the Shellos in this matchup. Yeah, the Shellos and Gastrodon are kind of stupid, so let's get this guy, and then I guess the Munkidori, and then we win. And then it's over for them. You've already lost the game. You should just concede right now. Should forfeit these nuts in your mouth. And Vicky, Trust Your Pilot has a post on his Twitter account, but it could end after an hour or 12 hours. You know, there's how long it's scheduled for, and there's how long it's actually going to last. Because don't forget, 4 hours to fix 2 cards? What the hell's going on over there? Okay. What the double? Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We have the Jellicent. Oh, we got everything. This is awesome. I think we just go get rid of... Actually, no, we'll get rid of the Arven. We go for the Jellicent. And we just knock out a Dreepy, baby. We're just going to Dreepy it up in here. We go Luminous, Power Press. And then just get a Dreepy out of here. Clefairy's paying dividends already. Get absolutely bodied, Dragapult. Why are you playing Latias? You should not be playing with your lats or your ass right now. Okay, well, that's risky. Okay, well, they're gonna play research. Wait, so they're just playing a special energy build? They should be careful, because if Dragapult starts playing just special energy, then Enhanced Hammer is going to see a lot more play. We're going to see Caracosta somewhere, maybe at some point. So you can't get too crazy. Can't be going too crazy with your special energy here. No, you'd play Enhanced Hammer before Giacomo. No one's out here playing Giacomo. Yeah, Ruffy. No, just Enhanced Hammer. Just Enhanced Hammer. Okay. And they're giving me the Munkidori. That's fine. Okay, let's hit him with the Pokegear. There's an Iono. That's great. An Iono Richie. Okay. I know maybe I should have used the Arven, but Iono's cooler. We got the Xatu. We did not get what we needed, though. So I think this is just playing with my balls. I'm banking on the fact that they do not have an iron bundle. Right? We're just going to pretend like they don't have an iron bundle and go from there. If they have an iron bundle, then I regret that decision mightily. But how are you going to find your iron bundle? You put a jamming tower into play. So they can retreat the Munkidori, but I can knock out the Munkidori. Oh, no. So apparently Jellicent kind of wrecked Dragapult. We've seen some not great turns from Dragapult players. You know, some Dragapult players have been extra salty this stream. What was that game where they researched like 18 cards and there was 3 Dragapult in one of them? That was definitely a choice when they researched away 3 Dragapult. While under item locks, like, how are you gonna get those back? I don't know, but I gotta do something. Okay, so we Iono, that's great. There's a Stretcher, which is completely useless. All right, we can power up the Clefairy. We can power up... Ooh, hello. The question is, who do I power up? I guess it's just going to be the Frillish. Ooh, this is great. We'll power up the Frillish. We'll attach the Darkness Energy. Then we'll make a decision next turn what exactly we should do. Ooh, this is great. This is awesome. 1 each? Nah, that's for nerds. Cool people do this. All right, we're going to make them think that I don't know what I'm doing. That is the strat here. We got to make them think that I'm an idiot, when secretly I'm a genius. Okay, well, it's a good thing we prized that. But yeah, like we have Crushing Hammer, so I can just Crushing Hammer their Neo Upper. And if they hit into anybody, like they have to bosses the Munkidori, knock out the Munkidori, otherwise I just get a free prize on their Munkidori. They have to also, like, knock out my Clefairy. They have to do a lot of things to win this matchup. Because Xatu is just powering everybody up. I think I only have, like, 6... I don't think I have a lot of Psychic Energy. I can't remember how many it is. But it's not that many. Oh, that's a bad decision. That's a bad decision. Yeah, please, PDC. Well, I mean, the problem with Crushing Hammer is that I'm just going to knock out the one with the Neo Upper Energy. Okay, so they got it. There's the Clefairy. They're going to knock out the Clefairy, but I'm going to Monkey your Dory. I'm going to Crushing Hammer your Neo Upper. Yeah, so this does... Things do get a little sketchy here. Yeah, so I guess I promote the Munkidori. Okay. We promote the Munkidori, retreat it after using its ability. Knock out their Munkidori. See, a lot of things are about to happen. A lot of crazy things are about to happen. Okay. I mean, that's fine. So let's go Munkidori in the active. Jamming Tower, Artazon, TM Evolution. Okay, that's actually really good. So we go Ultra Ball. Let's just double check the deck to make sure I don't screw anything up here. We have Fezandipiti. That's our break in case of emergency. 2 Crushing. We got a switch. Oh, we do have an Air Balloon. And we have Ignition Energy. And we have 1 Psychic Energy left. And an Earth. We have so many things. I believe step 1 is... just knock out their Munkidori. That's step 1. Just get as many cards as possible. before I make a decision. Delay the inevitable. Apparently we had another Munkidori in this list. All right. Oh my god, where... Oh, this game. Okay, so Clairvoyant Sense. Again, we don't want to put the Fezandipiti down, but we have the... That's goated. Okay, so then we go Arven for Earthen Vessel and Air Balloon. And then I think that's game. Because we put 4 energy on the Jellicent. So Air Balloon goes here. Crushing Hammer on the Dracloak's Luminous. Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay, yeah, there we go. And then, yeah, we need to put Artazon down. And then this guy, Munkidori. Get the energy out of the deck. Accelerate your breath. Okay. I guess we want to keep the Nest Ball. We go for Clefairy. Can they take a 4-prize turn? I don't think so, but I mean, crazier things have happened. And then we go Jellicent. 320. Boom. See, I told you it was going to be a crazy turn. And now they're in a situation where they have to knock out they have to knock out like both Jellicent this turn to win the game. Or they have to go knock out the Clefairy, attach a Darkness to Munkidori. I think they're out of special energy. Yeah, they might have one more Neo Upper. But this is looking rough for them. I'm not quite sure how they can come back. Okay, so there's the attachment. They're not going to be monkeying around. They can't play items or tools. I have a switch. So the only way they can screw us up is if they run Iono. But if they use Iono, that's not a boss's. And if they have an Iron Bundle, that's... if they have an Iron Bundle, then I just have another Jellicent. So I believe we win. Okay, there's the bosses. There's the Clefairy. This was the only way that they could do it, is if they bossed the Clefairy and knocked it out. But do I have another... I should have another Night Stretcher, right? Do I have another Night Stretcher? We just need to take 1 prize. Yeah, I thought I did. So... yeah. So that's knocked out. Jamming Tower's back in play. I guess we just still promote the monkey. They did everything they needed to do. And there's the card we don't need. The one card we realistically do not need in this situation. Yeah, we have a Night Stretcher. We have Devo. Okay, so Artazon. Wait, there was a bosses in there, right? Yeah, we have bosses. And we also have Crushing Hammer. So yeah, we'll just put the Fezandipiti down. And believe. We believe in the heart of the cards here. That's fine. Okay, so the triple or the ignition energy doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's just Iono. Actually, let's just Iono. Okay, not the card I wanted. And then we hit him with a Xatu. So 160, 160. We don't want to put it on the Latios. I guess we just put it all on the Dragapult. Because that's my win condition, is just 2-shotting the Dragapult. Alright, there's no way they get another bosses. They're down 2 bosses and 2 counter catcher. There's no shot they have another bosses. You're not playing 3 bosses unless you're playing Tord's list. But you're not doing that. You don't have a Dracloak. You can't use your Fezandipiti. Okay, I was going to say Iono is a lie, but they're just drawing 2 cards. That actually helps me because Arven was kind of... okay, well that's not great. Hey, there we go. And we are in Ultra League. So we'll switch to the 3-3 Xatu build. Because now that I'm an Ultra League player, you know, nothing I do is wrong. Everything I do is correct. Dragapult, yeah, Dragapult is suffering. That's good. It's always a good day when you can destroy a Dragapult player. And, I mean, we can build, like, an Archeops deck. I like turtles. I guess, yeah, I'll grab an Arceus deck. Or an Archeops deck. Because the only one I believe that I had built was with Dragapult, but now that everything is made up and the points don't matter, we can do whatever we want. So if I go, Uxie, Vengeful Punch, and then we just say that I'm only ever beating evolution decks, because we will beat every single evolution deck if we just go Uxie, Frostlass, but like, how do we get the Archeops? That's the problem. How can we get the Archeops into play? Like, we have to evolve through fossils, and it's basically, you're playing the Alakazam version of Spread, the one that moves around the damage counters like Tapu Lele did. It's basically like you're playing that, but you evolve through a fossil instead of an Abra. Okay, so they're playing Zekrom. They're going second, which is both good and bad. All right, so we go Artazon, Nest Ball. We want, doesn't matter. We prize to Frillish. That's not good. And then Artazon for a Natu. So the question is, I think we let them, if they knock out the Natu, I think we let them. All right, we'll let them have their crazy turn, because we just have Xatu energy, switch into Frillish. It's not, you know, I wish I could have done a little bit more, but that's okay. I have a feeling they're about to research. Just a notion. They got the Zero Aura for the Fez, which is not good for us. Like, is Archeops really that broken with Uxie? I'm not sure. Like, if I take out the Frostlass, then maybe it is. And if we just go Legacy Energy, Vengeful Punch, Quad Uxie, like 4 fossils, and like 1 Arcan, 2 Archeops, and 2 Rare Candy, and then just like Fezandipiti or something. I'm just not sure exactly how I can exploit it. Because remember, if it was a true exploit, then they would have banned the card. If they didn't ban the card, then they're saying, go for it. They don't care. So it's totally fine. Like, they are made aware. They would ban it if they felt it was unfair. So we are free to do it. I'm starting to think this is a non-electric list. All right. I mean, the Zero Aura is going to knock out the Fez, which isn't good for us. But we do have a monkey. Okay, so Air Balloon. And I guess Pokegear, since we don't have a whole lot. Oh, no, I guess we go for Ultra Ball. Yeah, because we don't currently have what we need. We need to draw the cards. So let's go Clairvoyant Sense. Can I get... Hey, those are cards that exist. Let's go Ultra Ball away. Crushing Hammer. Oh, God. Crushing Hammer and... Switch. I know I'm going to end up regretting that in like 20 minutes. But it's fine. Okay. Actually, yeah, maybe I should have saved the switch because I want to have, obviously, more energy on the Jellicent. Because you want to be able to do 160 every single turn. So, you know, this is the first time I've played the 3 version, because the 2-2 Xatu Jellicent build does focus more on Munkidori. The 3-3 build, you want to get 4 energy on your Jellicent, because you want to do the 160. Okay, how are you going to retreat that thing, though? Oh my god, see, this is what happened in my testing. Every single time I put Jellicent in the active, they always had bosses. Like, how many times has that happened during today's stream? Where you put the Jellicent in the active and they have bosses. It's like 33%, it's like a third of the time. Okay, but they're kind of helping me out here if I have another air balloon. Or I can just, you know, hard retreat it if I need to. Ooh, I would not have gotten rid of that bosses. You saw how important it was, Night Fox. Let me quickly see if I can get one of my old UHC lists, and just so we can copy and paste that. So UHC. Which one? May 2024. Let's get that one. All right, UHC King Gambit, UHC Alec. Yeah, I guess we just do the UHC Alakazam list. Just adapt that and just put in Archeops. That should be fine. What the hell? Okay, we got Munkidori, we got Xatu. I have a lot of things. I just feel like I put too little energy. Yeah, there's too little energy. There needs to be a couple more Psychics. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I see how it is. I get it. You hate me, okay? Well, you heard me talking about playing an Archeops deck, and you decided, hey, what if I just make Pokegear a lie or something? And people keep telling me to play Bill's Transfer. You're telling me to play Bill's Transfer when I'm whiffing Pokegears and Great Balls out here. Okay, no. We need the other thing. We need the tiny Jellicent. What? I have never seen this before. This is a world first. You're seeing it here first, everybody. The ends plan into Fezandipiti. I guess they're going to go for the Xatu. This has never happened in the history of the universe before. This is like the greatest day of their life, and I'm here for it. And they got Lavincia. All right, well, let's see what we got here. Really? Really? That's what you got for me? All right, so Mew. And then we'll draw 3, and then we'll get everything we need. It'll be great. They're not going to Zero Aura my Mew for 2 prizes. That'll never happen. Okay, that's... like, what the hell is this? I guess I just have to retreat into the Fez, attach to the active. They are 100% going to snipe the Natu. And then they're just a Zero Aura away from winning on the Mew. But that is... failing the Pokegear with a deck kind of chock full of supporters, that's never fun. Never great. All right, so they just attach to the Zero Aura, snipe the Natu. You know, then my only real hope is that if I Iono them into nothing, because I can knock out their Pheasant. Do you have a nut? Oh my god! They have another ends plan. What universe are we living in right now? This is not a world I want to be a part of. Okay, well, they are out of all of their energy. This is insane. Okay, there's no way we fail this one. Well, there's a bosses. Okay, so if we just knock out the Magnemite, they lose. I think that's all I have to do is just knock out the Magnemite, and that's probably GG. Okay. Can I get... No! I was going to say, can I get a supporter? No, that's not going to happen. I mean, all they have to do is attach twice to Fezandipiti and they win. But obviously, Magnemite was the more immediate threat, because then they could have gone blow up the Magnemite, power up the Zekrom, and then they have a Zekrom that's two-shotting my Jellicent, or, you know, maybe they have some other things. Shaman can save the bench. There you go. See, we prized the one card we needed, because this is PTCGL. And it's such a well-made game that, oh, hey, the card you need is prized. All your Frillish, prized. Your Shaman, prized. Jellicent, prized. Your supporters, they don't exist. They're completely made up. All right, so they think they have won, but they got another thing coming. And we can actually... Don't go for the Fez. Go for the Fez. Go for the Fez. Put them on the Fez. Be greedy. Do not put them on the Zekrom. If they put them on the Zekrom, we... crap. Okay, they put them on the Zekrom, so we do kind of just lose now. All right, well, let's power press. I was hoping they'd get greedy and go for the Fez and be like, oh, I can just knock you for game. That is not the case. Okay, so their Zekrom is two-shotting me. I believe they just win, right? Because they're just going to hit into me, and then there's nothing I can do. And Hutaru, did they update it? Did they change it? Oh! So they're fixing Archeops. No, they're fixing Archeops tomorrow. How dare you ruin my fun, Hutaru? Who do you think you are? I am. All right, that's so it's still 4 hours. Yeah, if we just knock out the Squawk, we lose. But if I don't knock out the Squawk, we lose. So I guess we just end turn. And apparently Antique Plume Fossil was unable to be played in game. That makes no sense. My disappointment in you is immeasurable. All right, so let's just reply. Archeops has now been added to the list of fixes in tomorrow's update. Well, see, I was trying to be cool. I was trying to be a cool person. Oh, I screwed that up. I just copy and pasted something when I had my thing copy and pasted. Whoops. Whoopsie. All right, we got to get the list back. So, yes, I'm very disappointed. So we only have a second right now. We can only play it for one game. We got one game with Archeops before they fix it. Savor this while you can. All right, so Yuxi, we want get Cramorant out of there. Yeah, we want Alakazam, Kadabra, blah, 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 Zacian out of there. And then, yeah, we get rid of all of this crap. Accompanying Flute. We don't need the Flute, right? The Flute is useless. For the strategy that we are enacting, I believe the Flute is useless. And then we have Energy Search. Let's go that. Yeah, we don't need... I love how the box is broken. Okay, so we want Arkin. Archeops. Maybe I should go for 2 Arkin just to be safe. Arkin, Archeops. Oh no, the synergy is that you play Morty's Conviction. That's what it is. You play Morty's Conviction. And we can go Balloon. So we hit him with the Flute. Flute and then Fossil. Which is... Yeah, that's the one. So we got the Plume Fossil. We have 2 Rare Candy. I guess we put 3 Plume Fossil just to go for it. We have a switch. We have the thing. Night Stretcher, Super Rod. All right, let's just go for it. And, you know, if it works, it works. We have to face an evolution deck anyways. If we face a basic deck like Raging Bolt or Iron Hands, then, like, oh, this looks like Charizard. And Merciless go on because they're very good at what they do. They optimized it. They optimized their strategy. You know, you'd think it would take 8 hours, but they've really battened down the hatches and they know what they're doing. Okay, so I believe this is an Arven turn 1. Right, we go Arven for the Plume Fossil. Just 1 second. So we go Arven for Plume Fossil and Vengeful Punch. Poffin for Uxie and Snorunt. Energy Search for the energy, and then we should be okay? Well, of course this is what we're facing. Of course we're facing a Munkidori deck. And it'll be Grimmsnarl. Oh, it's Dragapult, okay. So this is actually a winnable game. The question is... Yeah, they're gonna... Man. This card just ruins spread decks. It's like, oh, you want to play a fun spread deck? Too bad. So maybe Cofagrigus is the best one because then I can, like, half devolve the... Like, I can devolve the Dracloak. Oh, they put a Psychic on it. So they're going for the attack next turn? That's weird. All right, so Plume Fossil plus Vengeful Punch. And then Plume, Vengeful, Poffin. Yeah, let's get Uxie Snorunt. How many Frostlass we got? We got 2. All right. And there we go. All right. Maybe I should have gone for double Snorunt because it's highly unlikely that they knock out the Uxie this turn. But if they happen to go Rare Candy, Dragapult, Neo Upper, then it's like, well, I'm screwed. Or if they just go Hilda and they have a Rare Candy in their hand, then we absolutely lose the game. That's not a Hilda. So I know it wasn't necessarily a thing that could happen. Oh, this is great. Yes, please evolve. Please evolve, everybody. Well, they're playing Torchic. So they're probably going to have a second Munkidori. But this is great. Just fill up your bench. We win. We 100% win. We can devolve. Oh, I have to play this so perfect. Everybody be chill. Be cool, okay? We want them to get like 5 stage 2s, and then I can devolve them like 10 times. And it'll be the most de-evolutions in a single turn in the history of the universe. Okay, so we can hold off on the Frostlass. We're going to use Arven again because... Ooh, hello. Because we need to do that. And then Arven for Poffin and Vengeful Punch. What if they... they're not going to... they might go for the Fossil. You know, we're kind of set up, so I don't think we need to worry about that too much. And there's no guarantee we get a Frostlass. So I think this is an okay play here. Because if you haven't read the Fossil, it is protected against pings from Dragapult. So as long as it's on the bench, it's not affected by effects of attacks, which Phantom Dive is. You know, obviously Shaman would also block Phantom Dive pings. But we're gonna mess them up. We're gonna mess up their face. It's a joke. Well, they got Blaziken. You know, obviously Shaman protects your EXs from bench damage and your non-EXs from damage counters. Oh, it's gonna be hilarious. But I have to do it all at once. Right? We can't do this too early. We want them to get all 5 evolutions in play. And then we get the greatest clip in Twitch history. Okay, so we're just going to Arven one more time because, as we all know, if you have an Arven and an Iono in your hand, you always Arven first because PTC GL will hate your face if you don't do that. Okay. Who are you retreating into? Oh, you're gonna attack with your cloak? Oh. Going for snow. Oh, they don't know. They don't know what's about to happen. They think they're so smart. Okay, so we go Arven for Poffin, and then we get Snowrunt Uxie. If they Dragapult my Snowrunt, that's okay, because we just want to have fun anyways. Okay, well that changes things. Let's go Counter Catcher, Vengeful Punch. We Counter Catcher the Blaziken. Blaziken comes up, Artazon, and I guess we put the Snowrunt down. Here we go for Snowrunt. And should I put the Vengeful Punch on the Snowrunt? They have 0 energy in. They have 0 energy. Oh, right, because I forgot to remove the de-evolution. Because remember, this was adapted from my Alakazam UC deck, and I just forgot to make all the changes because, you know, of course they announced that, oh, you know, we're going to actually fix all the cards we broke. So why didn't you fix them before releasing it? Oh, and Smart TCG, 1,500 player tournament. See, do you see what happens as soon as you put money on the line? As soon as you put money on the line in a tournament, suddenly people are interested. That explains why tournaments never really did that well. Like why we were struggling to get even 200 players. I should have put the de-evolution on the Snowrunt. Okay, that's just mean. Getting everything you need. All right, but remember, we're going to be able to put everything down to its lowest common denominator, which is going to be hilarious. As long as they don't knock out Arcan and Plume Fossil, which I don't think they can do unless they put a Darkness Energy on the Munkidori, Prime Catcher the Plume Fossil, and then Pain the Arcan. Arcan Asylum. That's the unreleased Batman game, Arcan Asylum. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's a Prime Catcher about to happen, because you wouldn't do that. Go for the Fossil. Go for the Fossil. Don't read the card. Don't know how to read. They're going to go for the Snowrunt, but go... Ah. I was hoping they were going to go for the Fossil. Okay, I'm just going to choose to believe in the heart of the cards right now. And I think we go directly into... No, I think we go into the Uxie just to be safe. There's another Fossil. Sure, let's put that down. We'll go get another Uxie. We'll put the thing on the Uxie. Because I don't think that they can take a 3-prize turn. If I have my... Oh, see? Because we wouldn't have gotten it anyways. So let's burn that. I guess. Oh, I have a Fezandipiti. Okay, so we're going to keep that bench spot open for the Fezandipiti if I can. And then we are going to take a prize. But I'm fairly confident they cannot take a 3-prize turn. Okay, well, there's the air balloon. Yeah, I should have cut the de-evolution, had more air balloon. Don't put that on me, Gohan. But they would have to bring that up. No, they can't do it. Mathematically, it's impossible, right? Mathematically, it's impossible. Yeah, they have to take 3, so I don't think they can do it unless they have... Okay, well, that does nothing. I was going to say, unless they have another Munkidori. They would have needed 2 Munkidori and then the thing. But now we can just go air balloon on the Arcan. Oh, this is great. Please put them on the Fossil. Please put them on one of the Fossils. Don't read. Don't read. Yes! Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, I thought it was effects of attack. Is it the other one? Yeah, so it's the turtle, right. So that one's damage. Okay. So I got them mixed up. That was my bad. I got them mixed up. So I thought it was, yeah, so the other one is the damage counters. Okay, then this one is the thingy thing. All right, so that's what it was. So let's go Devolution on you, Psychic on you. So I just got them mixed up. Because, you know, we played a TIRTOUGA deck earlier, and I was like, oh, the fossil has the effect. Can I just get an art? Thank you. Okay, here we go. Greatest clip in the history of TCG Live. Get ready to clip it and ship it, everybody. Clip it and ship it. PDC Gel's a well-made game. This is going to be like a 3-minute clip because we have to take all these prizes. But everyone's getting knocked out. This is a well-made game. Where the hell were the Mortys earlier? And then I guess just to be safe, I evolve into Arkin. Yeah, we go into this guy, and then we make Yu-Gi-Oh! Say that PDC Gel's a well-made game. Remember, the dev doesn't think this is an exploit. Or else they wouldn't have done this. And don't worry, I will concede. I just want them to experience this. I just want them to experience this in all its glory. The whole glory of Team Rocket. Yeah, once during your turn. Yeah, just they can sure read. PDCGL dev sure can read, can't they? Reading is their specialty. Actually, since I don't win, we'll just attack. Right? I'll just attack with this guy since we don't take 3 prizes. Yeah, we'll just go Painful Memories. So there you go. Super well-made game. If they don't concede, I will concede next turn. But there, if you want to clip it, go for it. You might have one of the biggest clips. You might get 10,000 views because PDC Gel is such a well-made game. But yeah, you look at that. Once during your turn, you may devolve one of your opponents. Like, it's such a well-made game, isn't it? Such a super well-made game. They definitely know what they're doing. They put so much care into it. So, unfortunately, that will be gone tomorrow. You know, it's like, why didn't they just fix it before releasing all the cards? You know? Why is it up to the players to find all the massive mistakes that they don't know how to fix? Because your fingers were too slow. All right, so we'll delete that. We will, yeah, I told you it was going to be more than a minute. I'm sorry. Is Smart TCG streaming, or is that just YouTube? Because, or maybe I raid somebody who's in the tournament. Oh, no, I'll raid, no, we can't raid. There's Pokemari. Actually, yeah, let's raid Pokemari. Sunny doesn't deserve the raid. We're going to raid Pokemari, okay? We're going to raid Pokemari. Because they may be upset about something. There may be something that I told them about that they're upset about regarding Prism Energy, but it's getting fixed tomorrow. It's not like they're playing a $1,000 tournament right now. But I'll see all y'all tomorrow with a working Reshiram deck. Crazy.